Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Walnut Creek Crawdads pregame show. I am your host, Justin DeHaas, alongside me, my co host, Kobe Siegel. And today we have the second round of the Battle of Crustaceans between the Humble Crabs, who are coming in at 10 and 3, and the Walnut Creek Crawdads coming in at 9, 3 and 1 overall. And so this is a non-league game again. And we are back at Monte Vista High School for an earlier start time, a 2 o'clock start time. You know those
Much better start time.
those crabs. They gotta scurry back home on a 6 hour drive back up to Humble, and so a little bit of a getaway game action. But hey, this is gonna cap off a 2 game series here at lovely Monte Vista High School. Beautiful day today. It's a little chilly, but the sun is out and shining, and it's always a great day to play baseball. Kobe, how you feeling today?
I'm great. Crawdads baseball. Of course, I'm feeling great. Haven't lost since June 11th, so that's pretty good. A fantastic comeback win yesterday. The guys were fired up. Clearly, they love each other. They love playing with each other. And I mean, yeah, we're seeing Mickey Thompson, who we haven't seen in a while. So, yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned that comeback win. Just in case you missed the broadcast yesterday, let me just do a quick recap for you because it was just too good to not mention. So, coming into the bottom of the seventh inning, the Crabs were up 7-3, and there were 2 outs, and there was a fielding error by the right fielder Reginato, and that allowed Griffin Harrison to advance to second base and score a run. So all of a sudden, now it's a 7-4 game. Well, then Casey Cummings walks, putting 2 runners on for Mr. Brian Duroff, who struts his way up to the plate, gets the first pitch he sees, takes it over the right field center, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful ball, and ties the game. So all of a sudden now you've got a 7-7 ball game. He's running around the bases. Shots from LMFAO is playing by me, and all of a sudden you see him run off, and you see Cole Fellows come up to the box, and I don't know what it was. Maybe the pitcher, Ray, just wasn't feeling it that day. But all of a sudden, Fellows goes dead central and takes the lead 8-7. And all of a sudden, you have Austin Berggren and Cade Cushing coming in for the 8th and ninth innings, respectively. Shut it down, keep the victory for the Crawdads. And so now, all of a sudden, hey, that sets up a little matchup here. The Crabs trying to, salvage a push in this series. And, Crawdads, hey, if you can, take a 2 game sweep over the Crabs, this is a very good independent team. So, we'll see what we have here. Just any takeaways from yesterday and what that could mean for today's game?
I think the Crawdads definitely experienced a huge sigh of relief. I mean, the game just wasn't going their way. A couple bad calls the Crawdads didn't like. The pitching coach, Jack Delmar, gets tossed. I mean, Casey Cummings insists that he caught a ball against the wall that wasn't caught. A couple diving catches, and then finally just the breath of fresh air, the emotional release by that Duroff home run, and then Fellows following it up is just, I mean, fantastic. So I'm sure these guys can play a lot looser today, knowing they have one win over their one win in their belt, and even when the pitching kind of struggled until late in the game, that they can win.
Yeah, for sure. You mentioned how it was a chippy game, how the pitching coach got tossed, and that's what Duroff told us when I interviewed him in the postgame show. That dudes on the mound were chirping for the Crabs, and clearly the Crawdads felt that, and they were able to mount that comeback. And it was just so far, by far, the best win of the season. It's a young season at that, but this could end up being a game that could be the win of the season as we get into the later stages of the season. But first, I want to talk about the pitching matchup here. You've got Mickey Thompson on the bump for the Crawdads. You've got Merrick Sears on the mound for the Crabs. And when you look at this, Mickey Thompson, this is his first start of the summer. He only had one other appearance. It was on June 8th against the Bay Area Admirals at Solano College. That was like his first day on the team. He was with San Jose State, and they were in the Palo Alto Regional at Stanford. And he comes over to the Crawdads after the Spartans get eliminated. And, oh, by the way, in relief, he goes 4 innings pitched, 4 Ks, 2 hits, no walks against what we have now come to see as a very strong Area Admirals CCL affiliate squad. I mean, they've been taking Healdsburg, who is by far the best team in the CCL. They've been taking them, to the woodwork a little bit. I mean, they're not winning those games per se, but hey, they're making them closer than a lot of people would have thought. And so, but Mickey Thompson, what are you looking forward to in his first start this summer?
Well, 4 innings is maybe a relatively small sample size, but obviously it's significant because he dominated in those 4 innings. The Bay Admirals were never a threat to score in those 4 innings. I mean, he was so dominant. But I mean, really, it's while he was second team all all Mountain West, the peripheral numbers maybe tell of some potential vulnerabilities, like the home runs, 10 home runs in 15 starts. You'd like to not see that. Though if we combine the walks and hit by pitches, we get to 55 all season, which is, I mean, that's pretty high, especially considering the strikeouts are only 59. So, but what we saw at Solano, he struck guys out, no walks, no homers, no runs. So, if he can avoid the walks, home runs, I mean, obviously it's pretty hard to do. If you can do that in general, you're usually going to be a pretty good pitcher. But yeah, I'm for Mickey Thompson, I'm looking to see no home runs, and let's say if he goes 3 or 4 innings, 1 walk or less would be fantastic.
Kind of similar to what Ryan Spolero was able to do yesterday, where he went 3 innings, only 1 earned, couple hits, 1 walk. You would hope for a similar performance like that, because with Spolero yesterday, it wasn't as good as his performance was in Sonoma last week. But that was because last week he was dominant in his 4 innings of work, and he won co-player of the game and all that stuff. If you could get an outing like that from Mickey Thompson today, you mentioned how at San Jose State maybe the numbers, some of the numbers don't look as good as you would hope, and we have such a small sample size so far this summer, only 4 innings of work. I am looking forward to seeing what he could do in a start, and that leads us to the other side of the field, where we got Merrick Sears on the mound for the Humboldt Crabs. And this is a kid who, pitched really well at the junior college level, transferred to Houston, and he only pitched once at Houston. In 1 outing, he didn't record an out. He gave up a couple hits, a walk, a hit by pitch. That's going to be an infinite ERA and WHIP on the season. So, there's not much really to draw from Merrick Sears, but you look at his JUCO numbers and they look a lot better. What are you looking forward to seeing with Merrick Sears today?
Well, I am curious about his time in Houston, because after he was so dominant in the in the Central Illinois Community College circuit, as I just made that up on the spot. But I mean, not the circuit. I don't know what circuit, but he did go to community college in Illinois. He was dominant, 2.09 ERA, 3 strikeout to walk ratio, only 1 homer in 34 innings. So I mean, really good numbers. At Houston, I guess it's a little confusing maybe why he only pitched.
Yeah, we don't know. Maybe he got injured, but we don't really want to speculate on that.
Yeah, no, but clearly against really a little lesser competition, he dominated. So I think he's pretty obvious. Yes, he's going to get an out. I would assume against these guys, but definitely a little bit better competition than he's faced. So at community college. So I don't really know. He's transferred a few times. Started at Washington State. So I mean, I look in the bullpen. Looks like a lefty. Large. So I don't know. Let's see. It could be a tough at bat, but first batter, Ryan Ellis, lefty, who he is a pretty good one.
He is pretty good, and so that's a perfect segue into talk about the Crawdads lineup. You mentioned Ryan Ellis. He's back in the lineup after taking yesterday off. Leads the team with a 480 batting average, exactly what you need from your leadoff hitter. That was Casey Cummings to start the year, and then they kind of switched that up, and that's just as good of a 1-2 as you'll find out there. Ellis back in the lineup. King out of the lineup today, taking the day off after hitting his first home run of the summer yesterday. Speaking of guys who hit their first home runs of the summer yesterday, Brian Duroff and Cole Fellows in that 7th inning. What a heroic inning, and they're back in the lineup today. Brian Duroff getting a much-needed day of rest in the field. He will be your designated hitter. And so, yeah, what do you look at when you see this Crawdads lineup?
Well, I look at it. I see a trade in terms of the Crawdads. I see we're substituting in Ryan Ellis, who electric player. He's batting 480 in league play. His on base is like 600.
Yeah.
It would be an insult to video games to say video game numbers. I mean, it's like he's playing on beginner mode on MLB The Show. He is an on-base machine, hits line drives all of diamond. But sadly, Matt King has been taken out. Probably just a rest day. But I'm definitely going to miss Matt King play. But also an opportunity for Griffin Harrison to get some reps at short. So that's exciting too. Max Farfan still at third. Tyson Pointer in right field has struggled a little bit out there in the field and at the plate, but I think this is definitely an opportunity for him to get going. I mean, maybe playing the field. Maybe when you're DH, I mean, really all you could think about is your at bat. So maybe in the field he can maybe take some pressure off his at bats and just go play baseball.
Yeah, those 1-4 hitters yesterday, Cummings, King, Duroff, and Fellows, all went yard, and three of those four guys are back in the lineup, and so it should be another solid showing for the batting order today. And let's just talk about the batting order for the Humboldt Crabs real quick. When I look at it, I see a couple guys like Colby Lunsford and Billy Ham back in the lineup. They're hitting 3rd and 4th respectively. Lunsford went yard in the first inning against Bolero, and Ham had 3 hits with a couple RBI. So very solid showing for them. When you look at this Crabs lineup, what is Mickey Thompson going to have to face?
Well, in terms of what we saw yesterday, so the 1, 3, and 4 hitters, McKernan, Lunsford, and Billy Ham, all were on base multiple times yesterday, but the rest of the lineup is new.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, a lot of guys are inexperienced, or should I say, didn't really play at their previous colleges. But Cubby Cortez, the catcher, batting 5th. Not only does he have a great name, but he is a very good player, and I'm excited to see him play versus the Crawdads. I mean, it seems like the Crabs seems like the Crabs are doing a similar thing where they are playing like two catchers. So yeah.
Yeah, and like you said, I mean, McKernan at leadoff with Lunsford and Ham. Those are the same guys from before, and but a lot of new guys. Any final thoughts before we hand it off to Carson and Austin?
I think this would be a great day to sweep the Crabs. I'm expecting a large crowd from the Crabs traveling all the way from Humboldt, so shout out to them, but good day to sweep some Crabs.
Yeah, the Humboldt fans did come out yesterday. Not as many today, but it's should be a good game. Clearly Brant Cummings wants to sweep these Crabs, putting out Spolero, and we've got Mickey Thompson on the bump today. And it's college day, so hey, you're gonna see some guys with some of their college caps on, and it should be a fun day. So for Kobe Siegel, I am Justin DeHaas. Thank you for listening to the Walnut Creek Crawdads pregame show.
Crawdads and Crabs Battle of Crustacean Nation version 2 after the Crawdads came from behind to win yesterday 8-7 the final. Welcome into Danville, California, Monte Vista High School, Austin Oda. Carson Mercier on the call for you all season long. The Crawdads, they're hot. 9-3-1. The tie still feels wacky. A 6-3 league record, the second place team in the CCL North. They're looking to extend a week-long undefeated streak. They did have that tie in there, but undefeated for almost a week now. The Crawdads have just been rolling, and they'll send the lefty Mickey Thompson out to the bump to try to keep that going.
Yeah, Mickey Thompson, he's been a lot of fun. He's only made the one appearance, but from what I remember, dominant. It was 4 innings, 5 strikeouts, struck out the side in a frame, and when he gets ahead, he gets going, and he's a lot of fun to watch. Expect him to go 5-6 innings today. Brant Cummings said he's a guy that's stretched out. He's a guy that wants to give depth to this starting pitching role. So haven't seen a Crawdad pitcher really get stretched out past the 4th inning this year. Expect that today.
Mickey Thompson, the lefty from San Jose State, had a great year there. All Mountain West Conference. Second team for Mickey Thompson, wearing the number 32. The lefty works from the third base side of the slab and faces Mike McKernan, Jackson Giacone, and Colby Lunsford. The first pitch on its way from the lefty Thompson. It's a fastball hit high and deep to center field, but right at Casey Cummings, the center fielder, drifts over to his left and makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out for Mickey Thompson.
That will play right there. It's exactly what you want to do. Get that first pitch out in the first inning.
Your first pitch time and temperature brought to you by Metal Arc Dairy. Trying to hang on to that Old Town vibe since the early 1900s. 67 degrees, first pitch at exactly 2 p.m. Here's Jackson Giacone. First pitch is a fastball on the outer block. No balls and a strike. Giacone, 250 average, no home runs, 3 runs batted in. Following him, Colby Lunsford. The 0-1 from Thompson is a fastball down and in, a ball and a strike. The rest of the lineup for the Crabs after Colby Lunsford, it's Billy Ham, the first baseman, Cubby Cortez behind the plate, Andrew Crane in right field hit 6th, with Peyton Miller, the third baseman, hitting 7th, Braden Frank, the DH, hitting 8th, and Mason Harada, the shortstop, in the 9 spot. The 1-1 is a curveball that breaks to the outer half of the zone, and Mickey is ahead 1-2. No score here from Monte Vista. Crawdads and Crabs, 10-3. The Humboldt Crabs, 9-3-1. The Crawdads, the 1-2. Curveball swung on and missed in the dirt. Gilliam picks it up, throws to first, and retires. Jackson Giacone for the second out.
Picture perfect start for Mickey Thompson. 2 up, 2 down. Get the strikeout. He's had the strikeouts working all year. Get one here in the first inning, and I like this so far.
The outfield from left to right for the Crawdads, Cole Fellows, Casey Cummings, Tyson Pointer, Max Farfan, and Griffin Harrison on the left side of the infield, with a pair of Ryans on the right side, Ryan Ellis, Ryan Brome, and Sam Gilliam, Gilly behind the plate for Mickey Thompson. First pitch is a fastball on the outside to Colby Lunsford, who had an opposite field home run in his first at-bat yesterday, and then went pretty silent after that. A walk, a couple pop-outs. 368 average, 2 home runs, 8 runs batted in for the right-handed hitting second baseman, the 0-1. Is off the outside, 1-1. In his first appearance, came out of the bullpen, did Mickey Thompson. 4 innings, 4 strikeouts, no walks, just 2 hits allowed. The 1-1. Fastball just off the outside, 2-1.
Love the spot there. Go to the fastball. The lefties, of course, we've talked about it. They have the natural arm side run. Tried to hit that spot. Gilly did a good job receiving it, just a little bit outside.
Thompson, a high set. The 2-1. Fastball actually looked like a changeup there. Swung on and foul tipped back into the glove of Gilliam. Lunsford was very far out in front. Front foot went down early, but he was able to keep his hands through the zone and get a piece of it. Thompson's even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Already a strikeout, looking for his second. The 2-2. Changeup just off the outside, 3-2.
Really like that spot. You're pounding that outer half with the fastball. Then drop a changeup just a little bit below the zone. That's exactly what you want to do. Even if you don't get a swing and a miss, you open up a whole repertoire of pitches.
3-2, down low ball 4. So Lunsford works the walk. A couple nice takes on a 2-2 changeup and a 3-2 off-speed offering. There's a runner on first with 2 outs for Billy Ham. First walk of the summer for Mickey Thompson, a guy that really has struggled with the walk in his collegiate career. Here's Billy Ham, 513 average, a home run, 12 runs batted in. Yesterday, had 3 hits and 5 at-bats. First pitch, slider, swing and a miss. Got Ham fooled off the outside, 0-1.
It's a tough at-bat for a left-handed hitter. You can tell by that swing right there. Thompson's got that good slider. He can come inside with the fastball that runs in on the hands. There's a lot going on with Mickey Thompson, especially if you're a left-handed hitter.
In agreement with Gilliam, he comes set at the letters. A little separated from the chest, looks to first and the 0-1. He is off the outside and call the strike. That was down and low. Down and away, I should say.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Getaway day. 0-2, big zone. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Wow, okay. Thompson looks to first, picks off. Brome's got him picked off. The throw to second. Harrison with the tag, got him. Mickey Thompson rolls through first inning of work and picks off a batter to help him do it. 1-2-3, go the Humboldt Crabs. Will go to the bottom of the first inning. Crabs and Crawdads knotted at 0. Bottom of the first inning from Danville, California. Austin Oda, Carson Mercier on the call. No score after a good start for Mickey Thompson, a strikeout and a pickoff. I always think a pickoff is just a good, like, it feels good.
Stealing outs.
Yeah.
You put a guy on, you pick him off.
Especially following a walk.
Yeah.
Ryan Ellis leads off for the Crawdads. 480 average. First pitch is hit high, deep to left center field. Going back is the left fielder, Jackson Giacone, and it's over his head. One hop, he picks it up right in front of the warning track. Ellis is going to cruise into second, a stand-up double to lead off the game for Ryan Ellis.
Well, the wind blowing in probably didn't help the flight of that ball. Just a terrible read in left field. That's all it was. He came in and then realized, well, this is over my head, and then took off, going straight back. Had he had that first step back as an outfielder should, that probably a routine catch instead, a leadoff double on the first pitch of the inning.
Here's Casey Cummings, 250 average, 3 total home runs, squares to bunt, gets it down third base side. It's a pretty perfect bunt. Off the mound to get it is Sears. He will throw to first. It is low, dug out by the first baseman, Billy Ham, but not nearly in time to get the speedy Casey Cummings. 2 straight hits for the Dads, and they have runners in scoring position with no outs.
And how about that? It's unselfish baseball right there. Yeah, you want to swing, especially if you're Casey Cummins. You've had some good swings, a home run yesterday, favorable matchup with the lefty on the mound, but getting that bunt down in the perfect spot. Ellis advances, and Bromey's got a chance here.
Here's Ryan Brome, runners on the corners. still no outs. Brome 3 home runs this summer. Pickoff move. Back in at first is Cummings. The rest of the lineup for the Crawdads: Brian Duroff, the DH, hits cleanup. Cole Fellows, the left fielder, hits 5th, with Tyson Pointer in right field hitting 6th. Sam Gilliam, the catcher, bats 7th. Max Farfan in the 8th spot playing 3rd, and Griffin Harrison rounds out the lineup, the shortstop. First pitch from Sears to Ryan Brome is down and away. A ball and no strikes. Brome, 241 average, 3 home runs, 8 conference RBI. Just 1 conference home run, but he is swinging a hot bat in the non-conference. The 1-0. Brome taps it to first on a hop. The first baseman, Ham, goes to second. Throw's going to go to first, and it's dug out by the covering first baseman, Ham. So Ellis stays at third. Ellis didn't move from third. Brome was going on the 1-0, swung to first base. Weird play, Ryan Ellis. Please.
So Billy Ham, the first baseman, fielded that on the cut of the grass in the dirt and is looking right at Ryan Ellis. If Ryan Ellis breaks to the plate, I think Billy Ham is going to throw to the plate. So probably a good decision to stay at third, but he probably should have broke.
Brian Duroff taps the first pitch slowly to third. On the backhand, the third baseman comes home. The tag on Ryan Ellis is in time to get Ellis coming to the plate. A nice play by the third baseman, Peyton Miller, to nab Ellis at home.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what would have happened just the pitch prior. Not hit very hard, third base. Nice play, Peyton Miller. It's got to be a good throw. You're throwing to the back of a runner and threw a strike and got Ryan Ellis out at the plate. So what looked like a promising inning is on the ropes here for the Crawdads.
Here's Cole Fellows, hit his first home run of the summer last night. 241 season average, 5 runs batted in. In a big spot, runners on first and second, 1 out. Like you said, a promising start, but have gone silent since. First pitch, fastball down low, a ball and no strikes.
How about this 4 and 5 for the Crawdads? Duroff, Fellows, yesterday's heroes. Chance here in the first inning.
1-0. He's low, 2-0. Nothing, bottom of the first, Crawdads and Crabs, and what seemed like a pretty evenly matched matchup last night. You think a lot of times these non-league teams are lesser opponents. The Crabs are not one of those, the 2-0. Fellows grounds it up the middle on a backhand. Colby Lunsford flips to second and retires. Brian Duroff to end the inning. Merrick Sears gets out of a jam, a couple of hits, and the Crawdads leave 2 runners on. We'll head to the top of the second. Still no score here on the Walnut Creek Crawdads streaming network. Top of the second inning, Billy Ham, who was at the plate when Mickey Thompson picked off a runner on first, leads off. First pitch curveball to Ham, just a little low. Maybe a makeup call for the last inning where a ball was even more down and even more away. Maybe. Called a strike.
Maybe that's the case.
The 1-0 is up and away, 2-0.
How about Billy Ham going down 0-2 in his first at-bat? Now in his second first at-bat, 2-0. Maybe seeing Thompson a little bit better.
2-0. Fastball, swinging a foul tip, back behind the plate.
It's
2-1.
definitely an advantage, I'd say. Getting to take a look at the pitcher and the at-bat count for nothing.
Absolutely. I've always thought that. I know there are some people that think it is an advantage to the pitcher. No.
No.
Thompson, a very fidgety motion. The 2-1. Fastball high, 3-1. Left, right. He's rocking back and forth on the mound. Thompson comes set, and the 3-1 to Billy Ham is a fastball on the outside corner at the knees, 3-2. Second time Thompson's gotten to 3-2 today. Good amount of pitches in that first inning for Mickey. Here's his 3-2. Swing and a miss. Got him on the curveball off the outside. Gilliam applies the tag. Second strikeout for Mickey Thompson is the first out of the second.
Just a beautiful slider. A lefty, yeah, you got no chance at the plate. So starting that at the knees, at the corner, breaking it into the right-handed batter's box, that's just unfair.
Here's Cubby Cortez, best name of anyone we've played so far this year. 261 average, no home runs, 2 batted in. First pitch to Cubby is a fastball up high, a ball and no strikes.
Some good CCL names, and I think there's some pretty good names on this Crab team, too.
Yeah.
Billy Ham.
1-0. Fastball fly to the right side, foul. What's been do you have a favorite name of the summer yet?
I don't know. I got to take another look at it.
There was someone last year who went by the name Peanut the entire season. 1-1 misses up high, and it was a nickname, but that was all he went by.
It's pretty good.
Peanut, because if you go by a nickname full time, it's got to be a good one.
Oh, yeah.
And Peanut's a good one. The 2-1. Fastball outside corner, 2-2. No outs, no score. Or 1 out, no score, top of the second inning. Mickey Thompson, the lefty, looking for strikeout number 3. Looks in over the glove, and the 2-2 is just off the outside and low, 3-2. Good changeup.
Second straight 3-2. Actually, third straight 3-2 count here for Mickey Thompson.
The 3-2. Up high, ball 4. Second walk for Mickey Thompson. The 2 walks match the 2 strikeouts. Not exactly what you want to do, especially after walking none in his first appearance.
Yeah, but he's competitive around the zone, so that's encouraging. We've seen a few Crawdads pitchers that have struggled with the walk this year, and it's just not competitive. They're not competitive to the plate today. For Mickey Thompson, he's around the zone.
Here's Andrew Crane, the right fielder, a 167 average, no home runs. 3 runs batted in, the right-handed batter, wearing the number 8. First pitch. Fly ball right field side, foul. The Crawdads come in their gray tops, usually the road grays. They're wearing the grays at home. Red craw across the chest. And all of them have different hats. Some of them, the Walnut Creek Crawdads logo on the top, but on college day here, we're letting some of the guys wear their college hats. Thompson looks to first. Now comes home. Down and in. 1-1. The Crabs come in with their camouflage tops. Blue helmets, gray pants.
I like Brome's hat. I think it mixes with the Crabs uniform, which I think is pretty funny.
Thompson looks to first, and the 1-1. Grounded up the middle, past the reach of Griffin Harris in the shortstop, and it squirts into center field. 2 straight base runners for the Crabs. Runners on first and second with just 1 out.
It's a good piece of hitting. Return to sender, right back up the middle. Looked like a fastball. Got it in on the hands a little bit. And, muscled that thing into center field. Nice little opportunity here for Peyton Miller.
I'm also a big fan of Ryan Brome's camouflage Texas Tech hat.
It's a good hat.
It's a good hat.
All around.
And I made him wear it. He wasn't feeling the Texas Tech hat. He's in the portal. First pitch to Peyton Miller. He's down low. Gets past Gilliam. The runner from second is going to move to third. The runner from first is also going to move to second on
Passed ball.
pass ball. I have trouble reading pass ball wild pitch, as I'm sure you can tell.
I think they got crossed up, but, it's right in front of the plate. Blocking isn't easy, but that's the easiest it's going to get.
Yep.
Gilliam, he knows. He's a good catcher. He knows that's one that he should he should keep in front.
So now the corners are going to come in. Middle infield still back. Miller, good hitter, 286 average, 3 runs batted in. Thompson now gets to work from the windup. The 1-0. Curveball drops to the outside, 1-1.
Thing of beauty there. I mean, that starts as nowhere close to a strike and snaps last second.
I would love some TrackMan for Mickey Thompson.
Need it. Need it here at Monte Vista.
The 1-1. Curveball high, 2-1.
Might be a little unrealistic, I think.
Not within the budget.
Not within the budget.
When we start getting 1,000 fans every night like Lincoln, we can start talking about it. Thompson's 2-1 pitch. Fastball line to second. Ryan Ellis snags it on the line. He's going to fire back to third. The throw is in time. Picked out by Max Farfan at third base. Sticks the right foot on the third base bag, and the Crawdads get out of the jam. A hit and a walk, but Mickey Thompson holds the Crabs scoreless with a little help from his friends. We'll head to the bottom of the second inning. Still no score. Bottom of the second inning, Tyson Pointer, Sam Gilliam, and Max Farfan to hit for the Dads. Pointer struggled this season, but he's starting to swing it better. Average up around 150, a pair of home runs, total 7 RBI. First pitch squares to bunt. Yes, he did. And it was maybe a little off the inside corner, but it doesn't matter. Strike one.
Little interesting. We've seen him do that a few times this year, squaring to bunt.
0-1. Pointer grounds it to the left side on 3 hops. The third baseman Miller scoops it up, throws a little low to first, but sticking on the bag is Billy Ham, out number 1.
We've seen him square to bunt a few times. I think that's 4 or 5 times this year. He squared to bunt on the first pitch of the at-bat, maybe trying to get it going. You know, he's had a good year at UTSA and hasn't translated into the summer just yet.
UTA.
UTA.
There's too many UTs.
There's a lot of UTs.
Did you know there's a UTRGV?
Did not.
First pitch to Sam Gilliam is a changeup swung on and missed off the outside. Everyone up here knew there was a UTRGV.
Really? Where? What even?
Rio Grande Valley.
Huh.
That's what I said, the 1-0. Gilliam hits it high and deep to left field. It'll tail well foul, but it was well gone. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
That hit, like, on the top of the tallest tree and left.
Had the distance, not quite the shape. Too much bend on that one. Got to control that a little bit better.
Started coining the phrase Gilly tanks.
Gilly.
The 0-2. Gilly, a nubber off the bat on the first base side. Billy Ham scoops it up. Will flip to the pitcher. No one's there. The tag at first is just in time as Ham dives to the bag, and Gilliam is retired.
So some miscommunication from Billy Ham and the pitcher Merrick Sears, but good recovery by Billy Ham. I mean, that's not an easy play. You see the runner coming full speed at you, and you got to make a decision, and through the miscommunications, laying it out, diving onto the bag. Nice play by Billy Ham.
Here's Max Farfan. A hit yesterday. He had some good at-bats, a pair of walks as well. Still just an 091 average. No home runs. 2 runs batted in. 2 doubles, though. First pitch. Farfan flies it to the right side. 0-1.
He needed that hit yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
We were talking about it yesterday. He was, I don't want to say celebrating it, but he was very relieved to see one into the grass finally.
The 0-1. Farfan swings through a changeup. 0-2. He needed it. I would celebrate.
Yeah. Straight up the middle. I think it might have been a broken bat even.
0-2 is down low. It might have been like some good juju to break the bat almost.
Yeah.
Like, gets me a hit, but also I never have to use this thing again.
Yeah, that's certainly.
A ball and 2 strikes. Still a lot of power in a guy that I think can really turn his season around. The 1-2. Just off the outside, maybe a touch high. 2-2.
And it's not like he's having bad at-bats either. It's good at-bats. It's just some bad luck. We've seen him hit some balls extremely hard right at people. Of course, he's got the couple of doubles.
2-2 hit high and deep. Left field. Going back to the left fielder, Giacone. He will look up. It's into the trees. Max Farfan right on cue. His first home run of the summer. The Crawdads take a 1-0 lead.
Max Farfan, man. Talking about how he needed it. Through the wind, doesn't matter. No doubter.
That felt good. That had to feel good from Farf. And that'll bring up Griffin Harrison. 235 average, a home run, 3 runs batted in. First pitch, Harrison takes a fastball on the outside, 0-1. 1-0 Crawdads. Big sigh of relief from Max Farfan.
I was told that home runs are not hit at Monte Vista High School yet. There have been 5 in this series.
0-1. Harrison swings through a changeup. Very impressed by Merrick Sears and the off-speed arsenal so far.
He's got the good changeup. That's pretty much been his go-to off-speed, mixing it very well with the fastball.
Nods his head twice. Now he's ready with the 0-2. Harrison swings and misses. Foul tipped it into the glove of Cubby Cortez. First strikeout of the day for Merrick Sears ends the inning. But Max Farfan's solo home run, the only hit in the frame, but hey, it was a big one. We'll head to the top of the third, 1-0. The Crawdads lead here on the Walnut Creek Crawdads streaming network. Top of the third inning, Braden Frank leads it off, followed by Mason Harada and Mike McKernan. Braden Frank, 318 average, no home runs, 6 runs driven in this year, facing the lefty Mickey Thompson, the lefty Frank. And the first pitch, Frank looks at a fastball off the outside edge, 1-0.
Haven't seen Frank yet in this series. This is tough at-bat to start. Lefty.
1-0. Fastball down and in, 2-0. Crawdads might have some of the toughest left-handed pitching I've seen in the CCL.
With him and Sean Fitzpatrick.
You can throw E.J. McGrew in there.
E.J. McGrew.
2-0. High and tight, runs into Braden Frank, a hit by pitch. Who else? Are we missing someone? Ryan Delaney has had some good moments.
Ryan Delaney, yeah.
I'll bring in Mason Harada. Trying to think if any other lefties I might be missing. I would feel bad. Here's the shortstop, Mason Harada.
Lefties are hard to come by, so
First pitch, Harada takes a fastball on the outside. Good spot from Mickey. 0-1.
if you get a couple good ones, then goes a long way.
We saw Jack White, who was really good. The 0-1. Changeup, swing and a miss, 0-2. And the Crawdads are adding Ryan Recess out of UC San Diego, who's a really, really good pitcher.
And
a lefty.
they're also adding a right-hander fairly soon, hopefully.
Hopefully. Pickoff move, back in at first is Frank. Just a little note on Ryan Recess, a local kid, Cal High, San Ramon native, but last year at UC San Diego, 1.86 ERA through April 2nd. And then had a little bit of a tough time the rest of the way. Pickoff move again, back in is Braden Frank. But ended the year with a 4.31 ERA. The year before at a 3.68, averages over a strikeout an inning. It's a good player. The 0-2. Ground ball to short, could be 2. Griffin Harrison goes to a knee to get it, goes to second one. Ellis to first, in time, double play. 6-4-3, go the Dads. And there's 2 down here in the top of the third.
Yeah, the twin killing there, double play, 6-4-3 if you're scoring at home. And Mickey Thompson has used a couple double plays in today's ball game to get himself out of potential scoring opportunities for the Crabs.
And in different ways. The first one was a line out to Ryan Ellis, but he was able to double up a runner off third, and that one, the more traditional. Here's the leadoff hitter, Mike McKernan. Watches a curveball zip to the outside edge, 0-1. That one a little more break than bend. Probably more of a slider from Thompson. Either way, ahead in the count, the 0-1. Slider dips low, 1-1. 1-0 Crawdads. Mickey Thompson has been helped out by his defense, but he's been good. The 1-1. Fastball high, 2-1. A really chilly 67 degrees here at Monte Vista.
Wind doesn't help.
The 2-1 from Thompson. Fastball just below the knees, 3-1. I would rather it be too cold than too hot.
I don't know.
I know you're not a big heat guy.
A lot of cold games. And not my favorite.
3-1. Fastball outside corner, 3-2.
Yeah, catch a corner. Mickey Thompson.
Look, I just think when we, in a week, start facing those 94s, we're going to miss 67.
Potentially. But I don't like shaking in the booth.
3-2 outside, ball 4.
I'd rather, be a little bit hot. I feel like it loosens me up a little bit too. In a weird way, it helps my mind relax.
The best is when we go to Lincoln and it's 94 outside, but we get the nice AC inside, so we feel a little spoiled.
Right. Despite I'm not a huge fan of that press box.
No, I like the press box. So last year we were seated in the on the left side where there was something blinding us. This year, first pitch to Jackson Giacone is swung on and missed, 0-1. But last year we were in the spot to the right where they had their point streak people, and I think the point streak and all that stuff is really important. But you don't need to be able to see everything happening on the field like you do for a broadcast.
Yeah. It's also very awkward, shoulder to
It's
shoulder.
really awkward.
I didn't say much in that broadcast.
The 0-1. Fastball, swing and a miss, 0-2. Our point streak people could do it wherever.
Yeah.
Point streak person, Kobe Siegel, middle name him. He's that guy.
Obi him Siegel.
No balls, 2 strikes. Thompson sets past the hip, looks to the plate, the 0-2. Fastball up. 1-2. Still 1-0 from Monte Vista High School. Mickey Thompson's second appearance of the summer. Looks to first. Now the 1-2. Curveball, swing and a miss. Dug out by Gilliam, and that'll end the inning. Third strikeout for Mickey Thompson sends us to the bottom of the third, where the Crawdads have a 1-0 lead. bottom half of the third inning, Crawdads lead 1-0. At least one of my teams is playing well.
Not a good day.
Giants,
Not a good day for the Giants.
for my Giants. That's what happens when Alex Wood takes the mound. Ryan Ellis, first pitch slider off the outside, a ball and no strikes. Ellis doubled in his first at bat.
It's bound to happen, I think. You know, and the Padres kind of got
Ellis swings and misses, 1-1.
kind of got cheated out of a couple games.
Okay.
Yesterday, I think, is the most frustrating.
Winners win.
Sure, but umpires shouldn't have a direct say in the.
0-1 is fly to center field in the park. Mike McKernan drifts over to his backhand side and makes the grab for out number 1.
I don't think the umpires should ever solely dictate the ending of a game, and I think yesterday they did.
Okay, you're allowed to think that.
Quite frankly, I think a lot of Twitter agrees with me too. Not even just Padres fans.
Yeah, it's fair.
It was
It's
frustrating.
fair.
It was
It's fair.
first 2 games you get walked off. You have to play better. Yes, you should hit with runners in scoring position. Yes.
Casey Cummings smashes this one to the left side. That's going to drop in fair territory and go all the way directly to the corner past the foul pole in foul territory. Cummings into second with a double. With 1 out, the Crawdads have a runner in scoring position on Casey Cummings' second hit of the day.
2-hit day for Case, and yeah, that's a really good swing. Cleaned that thing out. It was down. It was in. Dropped the bat head. Pulled it down the line. Runner in scoring position. And Fleetwood Mac is playing.
Brome time. Ryan Brome at first base today. Grounded into a weird fielder's choice his first. 3 fielder's choices in a row to end the first inning is interesting.
Don't think I've ever seen that.
Lefty, first pitch to Brome is grounded to the right side. To the dive of the first baseman, Billy Ham, will run to the bag himself. Cummings moves up to third. A nice play by Ham, but a good job by Brome to move the runner over to third.
And I think Ryan Brome got a little unlucky. He hit that ball way harder than it seemed, and I think it took a really bad hop. It fooled Billy Ham. He actually fell over trying to,
I called
field
it a dive. It was a fall. You're right.
It was a fall, but I think it's because he got fooled.
Yeah.
The ball was hit a lot harder. And then it took a weird hop off the grass. And
Here's Brian Duroff. First pitch, Duroff hits it high and deep to left field, but it looks like it's in the park. The wind knocked it down. The left fielder, Ciccone, will make the catch and end the inning. It looked like Duroff got all of that ball, but the University of Texas commit, Casey Cummings, is stranded on third base, and we'll head to the top of the 4th. Still 1-0 when we come back. Carson Mercier on play-by-play here on the Walnut Creek Crawdads streaming network.
three, 4, 5 due up for the Crabs in a 1-0 ball game here at Monte Vista High School. Mickey Thompson back out for his 4th inning of work. He's worked 3 scoreless to this point, a couple of strikeouts, a couple of walks, but he's been quite all right. Second baseman Colby Lunsford to lead it off. Here's a fastball that misses up and out, 1-0. Lunsford walked and was caught stealing back in the first inning. 1-0 pitch misses just a little bit high. It was the fastball, 2-0.
A really good pickoff move back in the first by Mickey Thompson to get Lunsford over at first. Those lefties, I hate them.
2-0. Swung on and hit into the gap into left center field. It's going to get down. Off to cut it off is Cole Fellows. A strong throw into second base will hold Lunsford at first base. So what looked like could have been extra bases all the way. A nice job by Cole Fellows and a leadoff single for Colby Lunsford.
I think more than a strong throw to second from Fellows, it was just a great job by him to cut it off in the gap. He's been, I think, a lot more athletic than any of us really suspected coming into the season, and that's not a knock on him. It's just he's a first baseman, listed as a first baseman primarily. You don't often see those guys as great athletes, but Fellows has played center field for the Crawdads. He's been really good.
Here's Billy Ham, the third baseman, 0 for 1, victim of a strikeout. In the second, grounds this one right back to Mickey Thompson. It gets through him and into center field. Being waved around to third is Lunsford. A throw will be cut off. Runners on the corners, back-to-back singles for the Crabs.
I'm surprised Ryan Ellis didn't grab that ball behind the second base bag. It looked like when it got through Mickey Thompson, Ellis just couldn't really identify it as it got past the pitcher's mound. What could have been a double play ball, just another BABIP single like we talked about yesterday.
Yesterday, they scored 7 runs, but it really didn't seem, outside of the home run by Corey Lunsford, it didn't seem like a whole lot of loud contact, whereas the Crawdads all day. Loud sounds off the bat. Here's Cubby Cortez, the catcher. Right-handed hitter will watch a fastball that misses just below the zone, 1-0.
Thompson's going to take a little walk past the mound, reset a little bit. A ball hit hard, and then a ball that probably should have been a double play ball, and a pitch that could have gone either way on the first pitch of the at-bat.
I was just about to say, it's not that he's thrown poorly in this inning. 1-0 pitch, fastball hit on the ground, left side. That'll get through the left side of the infield and into left field. A base hit. Kobe Lunsford comes around. He will score. Billy Ham into second. 3 straight singles to open up the top of the fourth for the Crabs.
Really just a couple seeing eye ground balls. Yeah, the ball Lunsford was hit hard, but Sam Gilliam's going to go out to the bump and give his pitcher a little refresher. Again, not like he's pitching poorly in this inning, but that one tied the game up.
Had it been, say, 10 feet to the right, I think Griffin Harrison picks that up, turns 2. There's 2 outs and a clean slate, so to say. Instead, runners on first and second, nobody out, 3 straight singles for the Crabs, and Andrew Crane, the right fielder, who has singled in this game, coming to the plate. Wind blowing in from right field, kind of swirling a little bit. Here's the pitch from Thompson, changeup, catches the corner for a called strike, 0-1.
Love a first pitch changeup there. He's expecting fastball, worried to swing the bat. That's just a roll over to the right side. Ellis or Brome, both talented enough to be able to turn 2 there.
The changeup from Mickey Thompson, it definitely has a lot of arm side run, more so than his fastball. About 10 miles an hour slower than the fastball. 0-1 pitch, a slider. This one called a strike, so Mickey Thompson ahead 0-2.
It's a great job to rebound. Got to give another shout to Sam Gilliam just for identifying what he needed to do, go out to the mound and calm his pitcher down a little bit.
He's going to the off speed a little bit in this at-bat. 3 straight singles were all on the fastball. 0-2 pitch here is a fastball. It misses up and out, 1-2. Infield, double play, depth, outfield, straight up. 1-2 pitch. Mickey Thompson comes set. Now delivers to the plate. Looks like a changeup again. This one misses outside, 2-2.
So after going way ahead, 0-2 has fallen back a little bit, and really neither of the 2-strike pitches overly competitive. Got to come back in the strike zone. Again, look for that double play ball again, just because the last 2 haven't gotten the outcomes you wanted. It's still the result. It's still those ground balls.
2-2 pitch from Mickey Thompson. Slider hit out into deep left field. Back goes Cole Fellows. He looks up. It's going to one-hop the wall. He fields it on a hop. 1 run coming around. It's Billy Hamilton. He will score without a throw. A double for Andrew Crane, and the Crabs take the lead.
Just a pretty swing, a hanger there from Mickey Thompson. Crane was all over it. Hit it very hard to left field. It looked like Fellows might have had a chance at it, but the ball's been flying, I think, more than either of us expected going into the wind pushing in, but that ball just kept carrying to left field.
Here's Peyton Miller. Still nobody out. 4 straight hits for the Crabs to open up the top half of the fourth. They'd been held pretty quiet. Just 1 hit in innings 1 through 3 and 4 here in the fourth. First pitch to Peyton Miller is fouled off to the right and out of play, 0-1.
Interesting to see that Mickey Thompson's going from the stretch here. He went from the windup in this same spot with runners on second and third earlier in the game. He was able to find success from it. He's been much more comfortable out of the windup today.
The same spot back in the second inning. Peyton Miller lined out to second base. The 0-1 pitch just below the knees, 1-1. Peyton Miller lined out to second base and Ryan Ellis. Ryan Ellis would throw out, well, back pick Cubby Cortez at third base for an inning-ending double play. 1-1 pitch in the dirt. Did he go around the appeal? No, he did not.
And with a guy like Thompson, who's a ground ball pitcher, trying to keep the ball down, Gilliam's got to do some work behind the plate here. Good start on the 1-1 there.
He's gotten the ground balls in this inning, just not in the right spot. Corners in for the Crawdads. 2-1 pitch. Fastball up inside, 3 balls and a strike.
A walk here is not the worst thing that could happen for Mickey Thompson. With a righty on deck, Braden Frank, but having the potential to get a force at any base.
Still nobody out here in the top of the 4th inning. 2 runs already in. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Hit on the ground, left side. Griffin Harrison comes to the plate. The throw is late. A run will score.
I think a good throw could have gotten the runner at the plate, but it was up the first base side. Thompson, like I said, got the outcome he wanted, got that ground ball, just didn't get the right result. Harrison probably should have gone to first base and just gotten the sure out.
The Crawdads middle infield was playing back. So it was a ball that was hit hard, yes, but kind of Harrison didn't get to it right away and fielded it on the backhand, threw off balance to the plate. Just a really interesting play. Had the whole infield been in, then of course you're coming to the plate there. But I think in that spot, still early in the game, with how the Crawdads have been swinging, I think you probably should be going to first base in that situation.
Yeah, just not great situational baseball from Griffin Harrison, who we've applauded so many times this summer.
Meeting on the mound.
Three runs home in the inning.
Looks like Mickey Thompson's teammate at San Jose State, Joey Camerata, warming in the bullpen. Here's Braden Frank, the designated hitter, who was hit by a pitch in his last at-bat. First pitch to him, slider, taps it foul behind home plate, 0-1.
2 San Jose State kids in a row for the Crawdads. I was about to say the Ducks.
Speaking of Ducks, we
do get to see Dylan McShane today. Very excited. But 2 San Jose State guys in different hats.
0-1 pitch. Frank shows bunt, pulls back, it misses outside, ball 1. College day.
College day.
For the Crawdads. See a few different Crawdads wearing the hats of their respective colleges. Cole Fellows in left, he's got the Columbia. Ryan Brome at first has Texas Tech. Pretty sure Casey Cummings has a Chabot hat. 1-1 pitch, showing bunt again, but this one misses high, 2-1.
Well, the ironic thing is the majority of the guys on the field that have their college hats on are
no longer going to that college.
Right. The corner infielders, Farfan and Brome, both of them in the portal. A good amount of the pitchers did it. So Ryan Delaney was in charge of getting the guys to wear their college hats, and he did a good job with his position group.
2-1 to Braden Frank, up and in, 3 balls and a strike.
Would not be surprised if this is Mickey Thompson's last hitter with Camerata, looking to be ready in the bullpen. He's calmed down the throws a little bit, a little more time between them, and a righty on deck.
3-1 pitch, swung on and missed. That'll fill the count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. This is the 6th full count at bat for Mickey Thompson.
It's a lot. Too many. A guy that wants to go deep into games, he's got to be able to keep that pitch count down.
Full count pitch to Braden Frank, swung on and missed. A huge strikeout for out number 1. It's the 4th of the day for Mickey Thompson.
Big strikeout, big spot. Now a double play gets him out of the inning. It does look like he's going to stay in the game. Potentially, this is last batter, too. You don't want to face a guy 3 times, especially at the top of the lineup with McCarnan, who's a very good hitter. But right now, all eyes on Hirata trying to get that double play ball.
Hirata, the shortstop, grounded it into a 6-4-3 double play in his last at-bat. Swinging first pitch here, pops it up right side. Giving chase is Ryan Brome, but he'll watch it into the little grass area and foul.
Brome gave it a chase for much longer than I think he had to. Just wanted to get a run in.
I think it's just another reason why I like Ryan Brome so
yeah.
much. He's always going after those. Doesn't matter how foul they are. Still only one away. Runners on first and second. Crabs up 3-1. 3 runs home in the inning. Mickey Thompson coming set. Takes a peek at second base. Now delivers to the plate. It is lined out into left center field. That's going to get down. Fellows cuts it off. 1 run comes around. That will score. It's the 4th Crab run of the inning. Crabs lead 4-1 in the 4th.
It's a lot of words.
Brutal.
It's okay. It happens. Mason Hirata just hit that ball pretty hard, left center. Tough bounce for Cole Fellows out there and left, and it looks like this will be the day for Mickey Thompson.
Mickey Thompson will be responsible for Peyton Miller on third and Mason Hirata on first. 1 out here in the 4th inning. 4 runs already home. When we come back, we'll have the new Crawdad pitcher. Pitching change brought to you by NorCal Oaks. The NorCal Oaks is a nonprofit organization dedicated to developing skilled players who want to excel in the game of baseball and softball while attaining strong character and life skills in a fun and positive environment. Joey Camerata is the new pitcher for the Crawdads. He comes in inheriting 2 runners left on by Mickey Thompson. Runners on the corners, 1 away. First pitch from Camerata in the dirt. Good block by Gilliam. Keeps the runners where they are.
Do you think by the end of the season we'll be able to do that pitching change read?
There's no doubt.
I think we're.
I was trying to do it while writing Joey Camerata's name.
I'll see if I can do it later in the game, unless Joey Camerata goes 6 innings and we don't do another pitching change.
4th appearance on the summer for Joey Camerata. Runner takes off at first, pitches outside, throw goes to second. It's not in time. Ellis's throw back to the plate, not in time either. In comes to the plate Peyton Miller. It's the 5th Crab run of the inning and a 5-1 lead now in the 4th.
Just brutal. Gilliam probably shouldn't have even thrown that ball behind the plate. And Ellis double clutched at second base. I think if Ellis had gotten that first throw off, there's a chance they could have gotten the runner at the plate, but no cigar.
Here's Mike McKernan. 2 balls, no strikes to him. walked in his last at-bat. Still a runner in scoring position. Camerata delivers to the plate. Fastball at the knees. First strike he's thrown in his outing. He's been pretty good this summer, 3.17 ERA, only 5 2/3 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts. He has walked 4 and given up 4 hits as well.
Really, with Camerata, if he doesn't walk guys, he's one of the better pitchers on this staff. A hard throwing righty with a good slider.
2-1 pitch. Fastball catches the outer half, called a strike. That'll even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
But of course, easier said than done.
Yeah, his last outing was his worst. Went an inning and a third. Only gave up a run, but walked 3. Camerata steps off, takes a deep breath. Small lead off second base for Hirata. Camerata delivers to the plate. Slider called strike 3. First strikeout for Joey Camerata, and it's a second out here in the 4th.
Pitch that looked
It was outside.
a little more than a little outside.
It was very far outside.
Getaway day. It's a holiday.
Jackson Giaccone. Jackson Giaccone. A couple of strikeouts. And the 9th crab to hit here in the 4th. First pitch swinging, sends it out to straight away center field. Casey Cummings back onto the warning track. He reaches up. He makes the catch. 5 hits for the Crabs, 4 runs in the 4th. It is a new 5-1 lead. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Here comes Cole Fellows to lead off the bottom of the 4th. Cole Fellows, Tyson Pointer, and Sam Gilliam scheduled to bat here in the bottom of the 4th. It's 5-1 Crabs after a 5-run 4th inning. First pitch to Cole Fellows. He's swinging, he's missing, 0-1.
4th straight crawdad that's swung at the first pitch. Don't know what they're seeing from the pitcher on the mound, Merrick Sears, but they're seeing first pitches.
0-1 hit on the ground, sharply right side, off the glove of Billy Ham into shallow right field. Second baseman picks it up, flips to first, not in time. A single here to lead off the bottom of the 4th for Cole Fellows.
That would have been a fun little 3-4-1 put out, but I think Cole Fellows will take the hit. He's been swinging it better.
Hit that one extremely hard, had the home run yesterday, and we were talking about the OPS being a little bit down. It's on the rise. For sure on the rise.
Definitely.
Here comes Tyson Pointer, another guy that could use some hits. First pitch, inside, 1-0.
Didn't show bunt this time like we've kind of gotten accustomed to him doing.
Yeah, I would actually think he would have been with a runner on first, nobody out, move a runner into scoring position, throw over to first base, but back safely is Cole Fellows.
Let's play the game of call out every time a Crabs pitcher throws to first base with the runner like 2 feet away.
1-0, huge swing and a miss from Tyson Pointer. 1-1.
It's a lot. They throw over a lot.
It was Gabe Tanner that was throwing over a lot.
Not as much today. Gabe Tanner did it a lot yesterday.
There was one game I did for UC Santa Barbara. 1-1 pitch. Bends in, but is a little bit outside, 2-1. And it was Carter Benbrook on the mound, a left-handed pitcher for the Gauchos.
Also, for the Healdsburg Prune Packers.
Yes, that is correct. Along with Gaucho teammate Jared Sundstrom.
Shout out.
2-1, a little bit low. 3 balls and a strike to Tyson Pointer. But Carter Benbrook had a runner on first base. He threw 2 pitches. In that span of 2 pitches, he threw over 13 times.
Goodness, I hate baseball.
Throw over, but back safely again is Cole Fellows.
Well, that's why he's playing in Healdsburg, not here.
Yeah, it was just something like I've never seen. 3-1 pitch, catches the corner, 3-1. That'll fill the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Me and my broadcast partner, Cameron Kurland, were literally laughing on the broadcast. We just couldn't keep it together. 3-2 to Pointer, swung on and missed. First out here in the bottom of the 4th inning, Tyson Pointer takes with him.
Pointer is the ice cream batter today. Another strikeout for Pointer. Has trouble with the changeup. That one just sat on the outside corner. Pointer was out in front.
It's only the 2nd strikeout of the day for Merrick Sears. That'll bring up the catcher, Sam Gilliam. One on, runner at first. First pitch hit in the air, back behind home plate. That will, not sure where it landed actually.
Might have been on top of us and then bounced back there.
Nevertheless, not in fair territory, so 0-1 is the count. Merrick Sears, University of Houston, didn't pitch last year, but 2022 at Wabash Valley, appeared in 20 games, started 3, pitched a total of 34 and 2/3 innings, struck out 36, only walked 13.
It's a good pitcher. Very talented lefty, good changeup. Love a little left-handed changeup.
And today has not walked anybody. This one hit on the ground. Third baseman Peyton Miller goes to second. There's one on to first. An inning-ending double play. A hit, no runs. A 4-3 double play to end the bottom of the 4th. To the top of the 5th we go.
Top of the 5th inning for
5-1 Humboldt Crabs on top of the Walnut Creek Crawdads here at Monte Vista High School in Danville, California. Joey Camerata back out for his 2nd inning of relief. The line for the starter, Mickey Thompson, has been closed. First pitch of the inning to Colby Lunsford, apologies, misses up and in, 1-0. Final line for Mickey Thompson, 3 1/3, 6 hits, 5 earned runs, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. 1-0 pitch, another slider, this one up and in.
As is, I feel, often the case for CCL pitchers, it's one bad inning. So I think it was a better day than the line shows.
5 runs there in the 4th inning.
And no help from his defense in the 4th either.
2-0 pitch is fouled off to the right, out of play, 2-1.
No help from his defense, no help from the BABIP gods.
Not a lot of hard contact in that inning. There was 2 balls hit in the gap. Cole Fellows did a nice job to cut them off, but a couple of weak ground balls that snuck through the infield. 2-1 pitch. Didn't miss by much, but it is a little outside, 3-1.
That pitch was more of a strike than whatever the one was to strike out McKernan last inning.
3 balls and a strike. Camerata delivers from the stretch outside, ball 4. Leadoff walk for the Crabs in the 5th.
Not the way you want to start an inning. It feels like leadoff walks just always come around to bite you.
I saw an unofficial stat, and my baseball coaches always used to tell me that 90% of first pitch walks come around to score. We'll see if that's the case here in this inning.
Honestly, that doesn't seem far off from the truth.
Here's Billy Ham, singled and scored. He's also struck out. He'll watch a pitch that misses outside, 1-0. From Camerata. Catches the inner half, called a strike. That'll even the count, a ball and a strike.
Not quite sure what that strike call was from Darren Weed. He's been, going to the right with the right arm. That time he went to the left, did a little point to the Crabs dugout.
Mix it up.
Yeah.
Keep the people on their toes.
That's his changeup.
Throw over and not in time. Back diving was Lunsford. Hard tag applied by Ryan Brome.
That's how you got to do it.
There is a right-hander slowly warming up in
Very slowly
in the Crawdad bullpen. Can't exactly tell who it
I
is.
believe that is Max Hippensteel.
1-1 pitch. Runner goes at first, and the pitch is fouled off to the left, 1-2.
Max Hippensteel, good name.
That's a solid.
That's a name.
Solid name.
Hippie.
Cubby Cortez is good. Just guys playing in this game.
Can we get a Max Hippensteel versus Cubby Cortez?
I think we're on that track.
Cubby's on deck.
2-2, runs inside and hits Billy Ham. So a walk and a hit by pitch to open up the top half of the 5th.
Not the way Camerata wanted to get it started. Tried back foot slider there, and it just fell too much to the back foot. Got him on the hip, the high hip, the low hip, hip and steel.
Not quite hip and steel.
No.
First and second, nobody out for Cubby Cortez, the catcher. Singled and walked. Scored a run as well. First pitch to him. Catches the outer half, called a strike, 0-1.
And that was a cross-up. I was going to say, it looked like Gilly was a little confused behind the plate. He went to the outside. I thought he was looking for a slider. I think he was looking for a slider and then zipped it back to the middle. Just a cross-up.
That's not the first time that that's happened today. We saw it once with Mickey Thompson and Sam Gilliam, and now again here with runners, with a runner on second base with him and Joey Camerata. 0-1 to Cubby Cortez. Squares to bunt, pulls back. The pitch misses outside, 1-1.
I don't hate a bunt here for the Crabs. I think it's a good spot with Cubby Cortez. Andrew Crane's been seeing the ball well today, a 2-hit day. He's on deck.
Wind still blowing in from right field. It's pretty much been blowing in all day. However, the ball, for some reason, has carried out to the outfield. 1-2 from Camerata is in there.
Now it's 1-2.
Now it's 1-2. Still nobody out here in the 5th. 1-2 from Camerata. Hit it in the air, right side. Fielding it on a hop is Ellis. He'll go to second. That's the only out that they will get. Ryan Brome went a long way trying to get that, but the Crawdads will take one out. Lunsford advances to second.
Really just a nubber off the end of the bat. I think Brome probably made the right decision trying to get the ball, because if he makes that play, it's an easier throw for him to second with his momentum going there. But Ryan Ellis, who has an underrated arm, getting that strong throw off to second, I think Camerata does have to do a better job of breaking to the first base bag and making sure he's covering. Not that it would have changed the outcome, but just still in terms of good practice.
Score it a 4-6 fielder's choice. Runners on the corners, one away. Camerata delivers in. This one is fouled off and out of play by Andrew Crane.
Crane's been good today.
2 for 2, a double, single, a run scored. My Padres won 10-0. Needed that.
Took them long enough.
Should have won yesterday, but we won't have that conversation.
Again.
0-1. And they have the runner picked off at first base. Caught in a rundown between first and second. Ellis is going to throw to the plate, and now they have the runner caught between third and home. Max Farfan will tag out the runner at in between third and home. The throw goes to second, but into second base is Cubby Cortez. They do record an out.
Let's see. 1, 3, 4, 2, 5.
1, 3, 4, 2, 5.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good job keeping track on that one.
And it's the runner at third that it's the one getting out. Second pickoff of the day for the Dads. 1, 3, 4, 2, 5. Woo.
Count's still 0-1 on Andrew Crane, who
Oh my goodness.
all of a sudden works here with 2 outs in the inning. Still a runner on second base. 0-1 pitch, slider, down and away. Crane thought about it, but pulls back in time.
And Cubby gets a steal, correct?
Yes.
I love baseball.
Baseball, I think that's
It's
just
just
the most
the best.
confusing game of all professional sports. It really is. 1-1. Fastball catches the corner, 1-2.
It just doesn't make sense. And that's what we love about it. Some of us love it.
More than others. A ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 5th. Camerata comes set. Now the pitch, slider that misses high.
I like the spot from Camerata. Or I like the pitch selection. Trying to go to the top of the zone with that slider. Definitely not what you're expecting if you're a hitter.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch from Camerata way up and in. Crane was ducking out of the way, 3-2.
Good job by Gilly behind the plate to snag that one.
To get out of this inning without giving up a run would be almost like stealing a little bit. 3-2 pitch, fouled off to the right and out of play.
Yeah, where are those 90% odds?
You know what?
The inning's not over.
The inning is not over. But when you think about it, Colby Lunsford was the leadoff runner, and he is no longer on the bases.
So you're right. That leadoff runner did not score. Take that, Carson's high school coaches.
3-2, 2 outs. The pitch from Camerata, called strike 3. Joey Camerata, his second strikeout. A walk, a hit by pitch, but the Crabs cannot capitalize. 5-1, we're going to the bottom of the 5th. 8-9-1 due up for the Crawdads, Farfan, Harrison, and Ryan Ellis. It's a 5-1 ball game here at Monte Vista High School. Sears back out to work. He delivers in a fastball called strike, 0-1.
Love that first at bat from Max Farfan, getting in a 2-strike count, but able to fight and hit one out.
0-1 pitch. This one, a fastball, catches the corner quickly ahead of Max Farfan as Merrick steals. Sears, 0-2. Time is called. Crawdads scored first. They notched one in the second inning. It was the Max Farfan home run. That's all they have. Humboldt Crabs scored 5 on 6 hits in the fourth. Here's the 0-2 from Sears. It is hit into center field, pretty deep. Back goes McKernan. He's on the warning track. He's now coming in to make the catch, but Max Farfan gave it a ride for out number 1.
Good day for Max Farfan. He'll take that swing. That ball, I think well, maybe not in Sonoma because it's like 490 feet to right center, but I think in Solano, maybe in Healdsburg is also like 490 feet to anywhere else.
I think if the wind wasn't blowing.
Thank you. That's what I meant to say. You just
straight in.
Said it so much more beautifully than me. Eloquently.
Eloquent. One out for Griffin Harrison. Squares the bunt, pulls back a called strike. Looks to be outside, but the zone is pulsing, I think, a little bit.
It's away.
0-1. Same spot, called a strike again, 0-2.
Huge gap in right center for the Crawdads hitters. Center fielder Mike McKernan is in left center. That's gigantic.
0-2, down and out, 1-2.
The wind is gusting towards left center, so the balls are going to be pushed that way. But I mean, that's like
He's almost playing where like the shortstop would be playing
right.
if you put him in left center field. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Second strikeout. And 4 hitters for Merrick Sears. It's the second out in the 5th.
Yeah, he's been really good. 5 hits on the day for the Crawdads, but really only that one big hit by Farfan. Pair of doubles, but he's done a good job of working around some tough at-bats.
Top of the order in Ryan Ellis. First pitch swinging, fouls it back. Not the first time we've seen him swinging on that first pitch. Doubled on the first pitch of the game and flew out to pretty deep center field. Ellis, I think, is a surprising hitter. 0-1 in there for a strike, 0-2. In the way that he's been so good. We knew he was really good, but he has been way better than I think anybody expected.
Agreed. 480 will do that.
0-2 is hit on the ground, left side. Shortstop Harada fields, throws in time at first base. 1-2-3 inning for the Crawdads in the bottom of the 5th. We go to the top of the 6th in a 5-1 ball game. 8-9-1 due up. In the top of the sixth for the Humboldt Crabs, Peyton Miller, the left fielder, to lead it off. He'll take a first pitch fastball outside from Joey Camerata. Camerata back out for his third inning in relief, relieving Mickey Thompson. He's pitched an inning and 2/3, a walk, and a couple of strikeouts. 1-0 down the middle for a called strike, 1-1.
It is 7-8-9 up, by the way.
7-8-9.
You said 8-9-1. That's okay.
Apologies.
It's okay.
It's cold.
I don't like that the Bob Carpenter, the Carp,
1-1 pitch, misses inside, 2-1.
the scorebook that we use, the broadcasting scorebook, has so many great things, but it doesn't list the batting order.
I just wasn't really paying enough attention, and that's on me. It's not on the book.
You should have just taken the out there. Like, I gave you an excuse.
2-1. Hit in the air, right side, foul ground. Ryan Brome moving over, should have room. He reaches up and makes the catch, the first out here in the top of the sixth.
Good start for Camerata, who's really been good since he's come in. Faced the top of the lineup, Mike McKernan got a strikeout and a fly out from there. Then last inning, walked a guy, hit a guy. But again, was able to work out of the inning with a good pickoff move to first.
Designated hitter, Braden Frank.
Here's Braden Frank, the designated hitter, has been hit by a pitch and struck out.
True outcomes guy.
First pitch to him. Fastball brushes him off the plate, 1-0. From Camerata. Swung on and missed. A huge swing and a miss from Braden Frank. That'll even the count 1-1.
Got him out of his shoes. Frank's trying to hit that first home run of the summer. Camerata just said, I throw a little too hard for that, buddy.
Here's the 1-1 from Camerata. A little bit low, 2-1. Yesterday ended a streak of 10 straight victories for the Humboldt Crabs. They started the season 0-2, would go on to win 10 straight ball games. Yesterday, the third loss of the season. This one misses a little bit inside, 3-1. Three balls and a strike to Frank. It runs inside. Nearly got him. Doesn't matter. It's ball 4. A 1-out walk in the top of the sixth.
Camerata not throwing as hard as he usually does. Usually sits around 89, 91. Ryan Spolero tells us today 87, 89.
Here's Mason Hirata. Grounded into a double play and singled. Crawdads could use the double play here, trailing 4 in the top of the sixth. First pitch to Hirata. He squares the bunt. It's a slider that misses down and out, 1-0. Since 2018, overall, the Crabs are 145 and 42. 145 and 42. And against the CCL, 26 and 18.
It's a good record.
It's a good team. 1-0 pitch in there, called strike. They've been around for a very long time. They were founded in 1945 and have played in every summer since 1945.
This, for a long time, was like the premier West Coast summer ball team.
Throw over to first base, but back in a dive is Braden Frank.
Including the CCL.
Outside of yesterday, the Crabs were 3-0 against the Crawdads and had outscored the Crawdads by 24.
Hey.
1-1 pitch, swung on and missed, 1-2. Those 3 games were in 2018. It's as far back as I could find stats. But Crawdads picked up their first win in the modern era against the Crabs.
Let's do it again.
1-2 pitch from Camerata, way outside. A great block from the catcher, Sam Gilliam.
I've ever mentioned to you how much I hate our guys up in the booth.
It's very tough to do a game.
It's hard
when
to
everything you say, they just start laughing. I will.
We kid. Sometimes.
2-2. One away, one on. The pitch from Camerata, shot out into right field. It's kind of blooping. It will fall in front of Tyson Pointer. He picks it up, but the Single puts runners on first and second for the Crabs.
Really just a dunk single, not hit hard whatsoever. No one could make that play, though. Tyson Pointer was playing straight away. It was just hit perfectly. Perfectly imperfect.
Here's the top of the order in Mike McKernan. 0 for 2. He's walked and struck out. Going back to yesterday and some stats that I found myself.
I'm excited. You're very proud of yourself for
I
this.
am. The
I would be
Crawdads
too.
improved to 2 and 3 in games in which they did not score in the first inning. First pitch slider in there for a called strike, 0-1.
Scored in the first inning a lot this season, but you'll take it. They're looking to get to 3 and 3 today after not scoring in the first, but Merrick Sears has been pretty fantastic.
0-1 from Joey Camerata. He'll take a look at second base now, deliver into the plate, but it's fouled off to the right and out of play, 0-2. The Crawdads, when they do not score in the first inning, in their half of the first inning, have a +1 run differential.
In games?
Yes, but outside of that, it's -9.
Interesting. I love it. You learn something new every day. I really thought you were going to end that with the Crawdads, when they do not score, just end it there, and you're going to be like, they're 0 and 3.
It's tough to win when you don't score. Oh, 2, swung on and missed. Third strikeout for Joey Camerata. It's the second out of this 6th inning.
It's cold.
It is.
This is summer ball. Like, it shouldn't be cold.
The fielder, Jackson Jacome.
I have to agree with you here. Agree on a lot. I'm going to agree on this.
It's too cold. I'm chilly. Wasn't expecting it to be this cold.
Here's Jackson Giacone, the first baseman. A couple of strikeouts for him. Also flew out to pretty deep center field. He'll take a fastball. Didn't miss by much, but I guess a little bit outside. 1-0.
I will say, in Eugene, this is the kind of day that everyone's like all out, laying on the lawn. Everyone's like, this is the most beautiful day of the year.
I think I could handle it better without the wind.
I agree.
1-0 pitch, swung on and missed. It was a pitch in the dirt. Giacone went after it, 1-1.
But Eugene, you just don't get good weather at all.
See, Santa Barbara, it's pretty much
75.
73, not a cloud in the sky, and a 4-mile-an-hour breeze, precisely. 1-1 from Camerata, fouled off and out of play, 1-2.
I really like clouds. Like, I don't like cloudy skies, but I like clouds in the sky. I like the big cotton ball looking clouds.
Almost as if, like, what's out in center field, or is that not cottony enough?
Nah, that's not big enough.
2 on, 2 out, top of the 6th. 1-2 count. The pitch from Camerata is tapped foul. We'll do it again. Camerata, a deep breath, now comes set. Hands just above the belt. He'll take a look at second base. The 1-2 pitch from Joey Camerata, fouled back. We'll do the 1-2 again.
Can we get these clowns out from here? Like, can we sit them in the stands?
We have to.
I think we do, for the sake of the broadcast.
Are they needed up here? Is the thing. Kobe, when the scoreboard is working. Yes,
Right, but he can do it from wherever. Justin, we should get like some Bluetooth that he can connect to. Andy should just stand in the dugout.
1-2, 2 outs, 2 on. Camerata, the pitch. Hit on the ground, up the middle. Ryan Ellis ranging to his right. Long throw to first is in time for out number 3. A walk, a hit, no runs, and a strikeout for the Crabs in the top of the 6th. We're going to the bottom. It's 5-1 at Monte Vista. 2-3-4, Casey Cummings to lead it off. He'll look at a first pitch fastball in there called strike, 0-1. Bottom of the 6th inning, and Merrick Sears is back out. I've just heard he has only thrown 49 pitches. This one hit on the ground, left side, long throw for the shortstop on the run, not in time. A leadoff single for Casey Cummings. It's his 3rd hit of the afternoon.
Yeah, 3-hit day for Case. Is that true? Is it really only 49 pitches for Merrick Sears? I'm going to check that. 49 seems...
It is officially 49.
Oh, my goodness.
In his 5th inning of work, he's given up the 6 hits, only the 1 run.
This is his 6th inning of work.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. 3 strikeouts, no walks, been effective. Throw over to first base, but back safely is Casey Cummings. Here's Ryan Brome, 0 for 2.
And a 4-to-1 strike-to-ball ratio. That'll do it.
That's very good. Ryan Brome was a part of the 3 fielders' choice outs in the 1st inning. This one is cranked down the first base line, but foul.
Can we get a good pick by Max Hippensteel warming up in the bullpen and just snags one on a short hop?
Quite the impression.
Our bullpen guys have
They make
the
some
best
plays.
hands in the CCL.
Jackson Flora is up
Jackson
there.
Flora is elite.
He's made some nice plays out there. They don't go into the scorebook, but
They should.
0-1 to Brome. This one hit into left center field. Back goes Giacone. He looks up. He reaches up and makes the catch. Back to first goes Casey Cummings, and an unfortunate out number 1 here in the bottom of the 6th.
Hard hit ball for Bromer, going to the left center field gap. That's a swing that he'll show the tape of to college coaches wanting to get him. But just not a lot of luck. Jackson Giacone has not had a great day in left field. Made that one look interesting.
Rough route, came in, moved over to his left, then straight back. Didn't think he was going to catch it.
I've heard left field here at Monte Vista is a brutal place to play.
First pitch to Brian Duroff. This one shot into left center field, but right under it is the center fielder Mike McKernan, and on 2 pitches, there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th.
Brian Duroff, 3rd time at the plate, 3rd time first pitch swinging. And that's why Merrick Sears has 52 pitches.
Here's Cole Fellows, 1 for 2. The leadoff single by Casey Cummings broke a streak of 8 straight retired by Merrick Sears. First pitch to Cole Fellows. This one shot into center field. Hard liner right in front of Mike McKernan. Bobbles it a little bit, but Casey Cummings will only be able to stay at second base. A 2-out single for Cole Fellows.
4 straight balls that probably should have been hits. You look at the exit velo, the expected batting average, whatever that we don't have here. It'll go in favor of the Crawdads, but just some bad luck. Even that one looked like McKernan might have had a beat on.
2 on, 2 out for Tyson Pointer, who's 0 for 2. Wearing number 22. First pitch to him, fouled back into the net, 0-1.
Just a lot of first pitch swings from these Crawdads. And it's really helped Merrick Sears. He could stay in. I mean, this is complete game pace for Merrick Sears.
Nobody has gone to the bullpen to even stretch
Yeah,
yet.
the bullpen mound is still completely clean.
Surprised they've even taken the tarp off. 0-1, hit on the ground, right back up the middle. Mason Harada flips to second, and that is the inning. A couple of singles for the Crawdads, but they cannot score in the bottom of the 6th inning. Merrick Sears is through 6 on just 55 pitches. We're going to the top of the 7th, where Austin Oda will take over on the play-by-play.
This call to the bullpen is brought to you by NorCal Oaks. The NorCal Oaks is a nonprofit organization dedicated to developing skilled players who want to excel in the game of baseball and softball while attaining strong character and life skills in a positive environment. That's my paper sound. It wasn't good. Max Hippensteel is the new pitcher out of the University of California, Davis. He had a good year there, a 5.1 ERA. The saying that I've developed is 5 is the new 3. So if you're at a 5 ERA in college ball especially, you had a solid year.
5 is the new that.
Like on and off. It depends. I think college ball is so weird with that. Either way, a 5.11 ERA, 7 strikeouts to 11 walks in 12 innings. First pitch he throws as a crawdad is hit high to right field in the park. Tyson Pointer sprinting towards the line near the dugout will tumble. Looks like he planted hard, and he is down next to the Crawdads bullpen. Fell in foul territory. And Pointer's up. It looks like he's okay. He got up quickly. Just a weird plant from Pointer.
Looks like he might have tripped on
Something.
something.
A pothole out there, maybe?
He looks pretty frustrated at the ground.
Yeah.
Kicking the ground.
It doesn't look like that's Tyson Pointer. That looks like maybe Ryan Featherston. Tyson Pointer's back up in right field. The bullpen's going to go to work on that spot, though. Ouch.
Strike 1.
Yep, it's just going to say either way. It's 0-1 to Colby Lunsford. He's had another good day. 2 walks, a single, a run scored. Been caught stealing twice. Both times he's picked off, but one of the times was him at first base. One of the times was his teammate at first base. He was picked off coming to the plate. The 0-1 is swung on and missed. Good fastball from Hippie. 0-2.
Is that the official nickname
Yeah.
for Hippensteel?
He was one of the first guys that I knew was a crawdad, and I was like, I'm excited for that guy. Got a name like Hippensteel, you're a good baseball player. The 0-2. Way up high. 1-2.
I remember he pitched against the Gauchos, and I was very excited to look today because I'm like, I remember this name.
Yeah, it's a hard one to forget.
I forget what he did, but he gave up a couple of runs, or a run and a couple of walks.
1-2 is way up high.
That in a game that the Gauchos won,
Big time win.
they needed it.
2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Here in the top of the 7th, Hippensteel sets at the belt. The 2-2. Curveball. Ooh, not sure where that missed.
A little low, a little down and out. Like I said, the zone is pulsing. Sometimes it's pretty big. Sometimes it's not big. So that one there.
Not big, also known as small in some circles. 3-2. Fastball popped up, right center field in the park. Tyson Pointer will call off Casey Cummings and make the catch for out number 1. A sigh of relief for Tyson Pointer. Looks to the ground, but he makes the catch.
I do know that there is a sprinkler head out there in right center field.
Of course there is.
So something to keep an eye out on.
Welcome to Monte Vista. Here's Billy Ham, the first baseman. Ham, 1 for 2 day, a strikeout in his first at bat. A single came around to score in his second at bat and then got hit by a pitch and was retired on a fielder's choice. The righty Hippensteel comes set, and his first pitch to Ham is a changeup on the outside called strike 1.
Very late strike call. Very late.
It was late. Billy
Crossbody
looked.
there.
Yeah, the cross. It's something. The 0-1. Up high with a fastball, ball, and a strike. 5-1 Crabs lead here in the top of the 7th. The mid-game hiccups are starting to creep in for me. My worst enemy.
I only get them when it's cold like this for some reason. It's really weird.
1-1. Change-up, swing and a miss. Good pitch from Hippensteel. 1-2.
Thing fell off the table. It looked like it started at the belt, dropped below the knees.
Yeah, that was nasty. That was pretty. Love a good pitch shape on the changeup. A ball and 2 strikes. Hippensteel comes set looking for the first strikeout in the red and black. The 1-2. Curveball. Somehow Ham stays alive and taps it towards the Crab dugout.
Protect me swing right there. Good slider. Throws the bat at it. Curveball, slider, whatever you want to call it.
Slurve ball. Breaker.
Bender. Frisbee.
The 1-2. Spiked. 2-2. when I call softball, I was talking to you about this off air earlier, but everything moves. Everything is a curveball. You throw your fastball and curveball at the same speed. And really, pitchers don't really throw a fastball. It's more curveballs, drop balls, rise balls. So it's hard to call. The 2-2. Fastball swung on and missed. No doubt about that one. Some arm side run from Hippensteel off the outside for out number 2.
His first strikeout as a dad. Second out here in the 7th. Nice start for the young kid.
2 outs. That'll bring up Cubby Cortez. Oh my God, we've got it. The Cubby versus Hippie matchup.
That's what we wanted.
Cubby's got a hit. A run, an RBI, first pitch, curveball to the outside half of the plate, 0-1. Big looping curve from Hippensteel.
I'm a fan of those, the high 12-6. You can play the fastball up in the zone.
The 0-1. Fastball runs in and hits him. Second hit by pitch of the day for Crawdads pitching. Can we throw him out? Can we throw Justin DeHaas out?
Needs to be tossed.
Two outs and a runner on. Hippensteel will work with the runner on for the first time for Andrew Crane at the plate. 2-hit day. Also struck out looking in his last at bat. An RBI for Crane today. First pitch to him is a curveball off the outside. Sliding stop by Gilliam. I hope the listeners can hear enough of Justin, Kobe, and Andy.
I don't know. I really don't.
At least to excuse us laughing.
If you guys hear us laughing, just know we have
Pickoff move back in at first is Cubby. We have good reason.
we have 3 clowns. To our
Absolute
left
clowns.
at all times. That seem like they make it our mission to just laugh.
A ball and no strikes to Andrew Crane, the right fielder, the 1-0. Fastball hit high in the air, but in the park to shallow center field. Casey Cummings sprints in. He will reach up, make the catch. Bill of the cap high for out number 3. We'll stretch, head to the bottom of the 7th inning after a scoreless frame in the first frame for Max Hippensteel. 5-1, the Crawdads trail here on the Walnut Creek Crawdads streaming network. Gilly Tanks leads off the bottom of the 7th inning with the Crawdads trailing 5-1. First pitch is off the outside. Still Merrick Sears on the bump, and why not? He has been very efficient.
Been fun to watch.
The 1-0. Gilliam lines it straight back, a ball and a strike.
You work through 6 innings on less than 60 pitches, you're doing something right. He's got command of the changeup. I'm pretty much fallen in love with that pitch today.
Ryan Troy getting loose in the Dad's bullpen. Go Vax.
Huge vac guy.
Is he back with the Vax next year?
I don't believe so.
Oh, brutal. Sears, the 1-1. Gilly hits it high, center field, in the park. Mike McKernan, the center fielder, moving towards right center field, makes the catch for the first out.
I do know that a lot of his teammates, Ryan Troy that is, a lot of his teammates do really like him. He's a good guy to have around.
How do you not like Ryan Troy? How does one not like Ryan Troy?
I don't know.
And Leonidas
Leonidas,
Troy?
his dog.
Yeah.
Great dog.
Great dog. Maybe the best dog.
Had a lot of fun peeing on our props
He did.
on media day.
The dog, not Ryan.
Oh, yes.
Here's
Leonidas.
Max Farfan, who's had 2 balls hit hard today. Home run, a fly out. First pitch off the outside from Sears, 1-0. Ryan Troy had a lot of fun picking up the poop from Leonidas the dog.
Leonidas is just a menace.
Yeah, he's a man on a mission. The 1-0 to Farfan is on the outside with a fastball, a ball, and a strike.
A dog on a mission.
He got that dog in him.
He does. He's quite literally a dog.
The 1-1 to Farfan is off the outside, 2-1. I would love to get Merrick Sears out of this ballgame.
Well, we saw that yesterday. Gabe Tanner was rolling through 5. You get him out of the game, and things started to flip a little bit. So
2-1. Farfan hits this one high to left field, but in the park going back. Ciccone in front of the warning track, squares up, makes the catch for out number 2. Farfan gave it a ride, 2 down.
Max Farfan, yeah, he has the home run, but he's also flown out twice. I mean, he crushed the ball to center field. That one there hit very well. The swings are starting to come together for Max Farfan, and that's just a really good thing to see. He was struggling a little bit, but the swings have been very good today.
Here's Griffin Harrison, 0 for 2, a pair of punches. Sears nods his head twice, now in agreement. The first pitch is taken a little high, but called strike. 1-0. 0-1. Ah.
Late strike call. We saw home plate umpire motion to first base side this time. Seen him go cross-body to the left.
0-1. Outside corner. 0-2.
We've also seen him go with the left hand to the left. Haven't really seen. You don't see that much, I feel like. I feel like it's a lot of right hand to
Agreed.
the right.
No left hand to the left either. That
I don't see that, yeah.
The 0-2. Change up low. 1-2. Dads need to get rolling with the bats.
Got to
Did
start.
so in the 7th yesterday. And it was a 2-out Griffin Harrison reach on error. So, hey, the 1-2. Chopper left side. Foul over past Ryan Lovato, who is unfazed there at third base.
Doesn't move.
Hands on the hips. Nothing. 3 claps. Tugs on the jersey. Hands back on the hips. The 1-2. Curveball tapped to the left side on 3 hops. The third baseman has got it. His throw to first is just in time to retire Griffin Harrison. Another 1-2-3 inning for Merrick Sears. We'll head to the top of the 8th. Dad's looking to get it going with Ryan Troy headed to the bump here on the Walnut Creek Crawdads streaming network. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by NorCal Oaks. NorCal Oaks is a nonprofit organization dedicated to... I was so close. I got like halfway. I can't remember. I want to get it word for word correct. It's a nonprofit organization dedicated to developing skilled players who want to excel in the game of baseball and softball while attaining strong life and character skills in a fun and positive environment. I got it. That's a no look. That's a no look.
It's a no look.
I'm going to give myself like a 9, an 8.5 on that one.
7 because
I had to stop. Okay. Best any of us have done, by the way.
Correct. That is correct. No denying that.
Ryan Troy is the new pitcher, by the way. First pitch on its way to Peyton Miller. He squares to bunt, gets it down right in front of the plate. Ryan Troy off the mound to get it. Throws sidearm to first. Brome does a little shuffle to stick the left foot on it, but the play is made. 1-3 on the putout.
1 pitch, 1 out. Good start for Ryan Troy. Pitchers are athletes. He bounces off the mound just like a cat. Throws to first in time.
1 down. Ryan Troy. Where's the number 24? He's one of 8,000 Ryans on the roster. Man, it's cold. Here's Braden Frank. First pitch, fastball on the inside. Called strike 1.
Getting ahead. This is a huge thing for Ryan Troy. If he can get ahead, he's effective. It's when he starts to fall behind a little bit, the walks come, and you know what happens after walks? Runs.
The 1-0 is in the dirt. Good block by Gilly. No reason for him to block there, but hey, we love it.
Got to get your reps any way you can.
Final line for Joey Camerata, by the way. 2 2/3 innings, a hit, no runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. He was good.
Very solid.
1-1 fastball on the outside. 1-2. Man, I love our team up here. A ball and 2 strikes. Good fastball by Troy. Gotta lock in. The 1-2. Slider grounded to third. Past the third base bag. Scoots by Max Farfan and gets into left field. Around first, heading for second is Frank. Fellows picks it up in the left field corner. Throw to second is late. Braden Frank into second base with a double.
How that was a double, I have no idea. Exit velocity off the bat, 78 miles an hour. Not official, but it was not hit hard. Just past Max Farfan, who was playing off the line at third base. Some tough luck for Ryan Troy here.
78 might be too hard on that one.
It was not hit hard. A
That
lot of
looked
spin.
sub 70. Here's Mason Harada. First pitch fastball popped up right side and foul. Harada, a good day. A single, grounded into a double play. 2 for 3.
Well, double plays aren't good.
I mean, for the Crawdads, they are. It's a good day for both sides. The 0-1. Slider off the outside. A ball and a strike. My scorebook from yesterday looks really cool because I used a light blue and a dark blue. Looks like the Mariners.
I am all black all the time.
The 1-1. Slider. Called strike 2. At the letters. Front doored him. Good spot.
Yeah, buckled him up. You start that slider at the head of a batter, and it drops down to the center of the plate. That's a good one.
The 1-2. Slider falls off the outside, gets the swing and a miss. Good pitch from Ryan Troy for his first strikeout.
That's the stuff that Ryan Troy has. It's no secret. He's got the good stuff. Fastball around 90, 91. And if you can command that slider and tunnel it with the fastball, he's going to have success. And that right there is a prime example of that.
Ryan Troy from the right side, Sean Fitzpatrick from the left side. The Crawdads have endless good options out of the bullpen. First pitch slider, called strike 1 to Mike McCartan, the leadoff hitter, who's had a tough go of it today. 0 for 3, a pair of strikeouts, 1 swing and 1 looking, and a fly out to center.
He's not going to like that call right there. Another slider, this one on the outer half, maybe a little off the plate.
0-1 fastball comes in and hits him. Aye. Right on the left shoulder. Third hit by pitch for Dad's pitching today.
It's a little interesting. Watching Troy in the 4 outings that he's had, it's like a switch. Something just flips, and he'll be dominating, striking guys out, throwing frisbees, and then all of a sudden there's a hit by pitch. There's something that unravels a little bit.
Jackson Giacone takes the first pitch tight, spins away from it, 1-0.
It's all mental for him. I think it's just a matter of being in this spot more. I mean, I think he was a third baseman throughout high school. I think you told me that. So I think he just started pitching.
The 1-0. Slider just off the outside, 2-0. Coming off, I believe, Tommy John, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
So he's about a year removed from a major surgery.
Yep.
2-0. Ground to the right side. Ryan Brome goes to a backhand to get it. Will throw to Ryan Troy. The throw beats him at first as Troy beats him in a foot race to the bag. 3-1 on the putout. Pitchers are athletes. No runs come home. We'll head bottom 8. Dads need some runs here on the Walnut Creek Crawdads streaming network. Bottom of the 8th inning, Merrick Sears has been just dominant.
Yeah.
It's his 4th time through the lineup, facing Ryan Ellis, Casey Cummings, Ryan Brome. Let's get it going, shall we?
He's got 3 innings. He's working.
Ellis has had a fine day, 1 for 3. First pitch swinging, swings through a slider off the outside, 0-1. Might be a good idea for the Crawdads to start laying off some of these first pitches.
It's just not their approach. I don't think it ever has been. I don't think it ever necessarily will be. They're an aggressive team. And today, it just hasn't worked out.
Over-aggressive, maybe.
I have a comparison.
Oh, my God, of
To
course you
make.
do. Let me do this pitch. The 0-1. Ellis takes down low, go.
Merrick Sears,
Oh, my God.
very similar to Mark Burley.
Yeah.
Left
Yeah.
Works quick.
Yeah. I love it.
Can't tell if you're being sarcastic.
The 1-1 is down low, 2-1. No, I love that. That's so good. That's so good.
I don't know what made me think of that, but I just remembered the
Foolish
no-hitter.
baseball video.
The no-hitter that he threw in under 2 hours.
2-1. Ellis pops it up on the left side, shallow left field. Jackson Giacone will make the catch for out number 1.
And I don't know, but that just came to my mind, and I think that is very true.
It's your best one yet.
I have had some good ones, too, so I think that's saying a lot.
Better than the stupid Nabil Chrismat one.
I don't think that's stupid.
No, it worked. It was just...
It's just Nabil Chrismat.
Right. Player who is mentioned. First pitch, Casey Cummings grounds it to shortstop on 3 hops. The shortstop, Hirata, snags it on a high hop, throws across the body to first and retires. Casey Cummings, first time Casey's been retired today, 6-3 on the putout.
You know, one guy that I don't think would like that comparison, and I'm going to talk to him after the game, is Ryan Brome, who evidently is coming up to the plate. I don't know what Ryan Brome would think of my comparisons, because he's kind of like that, you know. He knows a lot about baseball.
Yeah,
He can make a good comparison himself. I wonder what he'll have to say about that.
First pitch to Bromer. Line to the left side, foul. 0-1. Brome 0 for 3.
That line out in the 6th, though, he hit that really good. It was really well.
Thank you. I was going to say something. Didn't want to be mean. 0-1 is hit high to right field. Shallow in the park. Tough play. Andrew Crane, the right fielder, coming over towards the line, will make the catch for out number 3. Tell me if you've heard that one before. The Dads go down. 1, 2, 3. We'll head top 9. Dylan McShane, the Duck, headed into the game. 5-1 Crabs. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by NorCal Oaks. NorCal Oaks is a nonprofit organization dedicated to develop. I lost it.
You're doing so good.
Dedicated to developing
Skilled
skilled players who want to excel in the game of baseball and softball while attaining strong life and character values in a fun and positive environment. It's like a 6.5.
I'll give it a 5.
Dylan McShane, the new pitcher. McShane wearing the Ducks hat. Go, Sco, Ducks.
Sco Ducks.
Number 40, Dylan McShane. His first pitch in a Crawdads jersey is a fastball on the outside half. 0-1. McShane out of the University of Oregon. Oh, I'm so happy he's here.
I like to think that I'm an above average height, but Dylan McShane makes me feel small.
Oh, yeah, that's a thing. The 0-1 is up high. 6'9", Dylan McShane, and it is a legit 6'1". The 1-1. Fastball high, 2-1.
Heard Oregon's basketball team needs a center.
They need a lot more than just one center. They need a lot more than a center. They need... Oh, man. Dylan McShane could probably play for Oregon basketball. 2-1. Fastball, line to right center. Tough play. Going back is Tyson Pointer. Reaches up, makes the catch for out number 1.
Nice, fun route, I should say, taken by Tyson Pointer. Came in, then went back. Nevertheless, made the catch. First out.
First baseman, Billy Ham.
McShane's second batter he's facing is Billy Ham. I have a fun story about an Oregon basketball two-sport athlete. First pitch, fly to the left side, foul. Do you know who holds the all-time field goal percentage mark at the University of Oregon?
That's not something that's in my knowledge now.
Tied with millions of other players. There's no minimum attempts in this. 1 for 1 in his career. Current 49ers defensive tackle, Eric Armstead, the 0-1, is fly to the left side. Same spot, same result, 0-2. Went 1 for 1, was recruited as a power forward and defensive tackle. A 4-star basketball recruit as well.
Athlete.
Not qualified by any means, but 1 for 1 is 1 for 1.
You could do it.
The 0-2. Way outside, 1 and 2. He has less misses than Peyton Pritchard does, than Joe Young did in his season at Oregon, than N'Faly Dante, Luke Ridnour. The 1-2. Fastball got him swinging. Pushed it past him off the outside. First strikeout for McShane.
First strikeout as a dad. Changeup.
I couldn't tell. It looks like a fastball. I was asking you if it was a changeup.
I
You were
wasn't
better
looking.
at that. Okay. Well,
Probably. Judging on the swing, I would assume that was a changeup. Way out in front. That's one indicator.
here's Cubby. Another good game. Has reached base all 4 times. 1 on a fielder's choice. A hit by pitch, a walk, and a single. First pitch. Fastball way off the outside. 1-0.
Should read the body language of the hitters. That's a big thing, especially when you're far away, back here.
Right.
If they're out in front, they're not going to be, way out in front
On a fastball.
on a fastball.
1-0. Fastball outside. 2-0. McShane's looked good through his first 2 batters. Love it. The bottom of the 9th, the Crawdads will have 4, 5, 6 draw Fellows and Pointer. Tyson Pointer needs that hit to get on base, or to get on base any means. 2-0. Foul back. Oh,
Sorry.
right over the crowd mic. We apologize. Man, that was loud. That hurt my ears.
It didn't feel good, and I know my dad, who's probably listening, probably wearing headphones, so sorry, Dad.
Shout out,
Chris.
2-1. Slider just off the outside, maybe a little low. 3-1. Mr. Mercier.
Mr. Mercier. Probably at work.
Shout out.
Hard-working man.
Dad's fan wherever he goes. The dads travel. Your dad.
A dad of a dad.
3-1 is outside, ball 4.
Fan of a dad. Fan of the dad.
The dads, right. I'm so glad that we're the Crawdads and we're not like the Healdsburg team.
The Prune Packers. Hey, Mom, I have a internship with the Prune Packers.
Speaking of which, it might be a good time to do a look around the CCL when we go to the bottom of the 9th. We've just completely forgotten about that. We'll do that in a minute. Here's the first pitch on its way to Andrew Crane, who flew out to right his last time. First pitch, Crane takes up and in. This look around the CCL is brought to you by American Stage Tours. American Stage Tours, small enough to care and large enough to compete. Just a couple games going on right now. Actually, this is the only game going on. The Alameda Merchants play the Lincoln Potters later, and the Bay Area Force and Prune Packers play at 6 p.m. tonight. The 1-0. Off the outside.
Just seems to be pulling the fastball right now is McShane. And, yeah, Sam Gilliam's going to go have a word. I'm not that tall, so I don't know, I know that he struggled a little bit with command at Oregon. Is that correct? Yep.
Correct.
So,
Very correct.
little command issues. I don't know. Maybe he's just not used to his body yet. That's a real thing. That is a real thing.
He was the guy that pitched in the CCL last summer with the Mudcats. Struggled with command as well. When he's in the strike zone, nasty. Unhittable. 2-0 to Crane. Fastball grounded towards the Crawdads dugout. 2-1. I would love it if the Crawdads scored more runs than the Crabs in the bottom of the 9th.
Yeah. That would result in a win.
Got to get there, though. 2 balls and a strike to Andrew Crane. The runner on first and 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Fastball off the outside. Gilliam flubs the throw to second. In at second on a stumble is Cubby Cortez. It's 3-1 to Crane.
What does the score official say on that?
Stolen base.
Stolen base.
Yeah. 3 balls and a strike to Andrew Crane with Peyton Miller 0 for 4 on deck.
Yeah, if you're McShane, you got to find any way possible to keep that run from scoring. Anything you can do.
McShane looks to second now, comes home with 3-1. Fastball flown to right field in the park. Tyson Pointer barely has to move, now comes in a little bit, makes the catch for out number 3. Crawdads down 4, headed to the bottom of the 9th after Dylan McShane allows no runs to cross the plate. 4-5-6 due up in the Crawdads lineup, trying to score 4-5 to go home when we come back on the Walnut Creek Crawdads streaming network. Dads need 4 to tie, 5 to win. It's a tough task against Merrick Sears, the big lefty, who has been just fantastic. 16 balls all day.
That's
Story of the game.
That's pretty good. Yeah, under 80 pitches right now. Working in the 9th inning, under 80 pitches.
It's unheard of. Brian Duroff, first pitch is hit high in the park, center field. Mike McKernan, the center fielder, in front of the warning track, makes the catch. 4 at-bats for BD. 0 for 4. He swung at the first pitch 4 times.
You got to take here. Cole Fellows has to take this pitch. I get the aggressive approach, but in this situation, you got to take. He's thrown not even 80 pitches at this point in the ballgame. You're trailing 4.
Usually you're hoping a pitcher goes 5 innings with 80 pitches. First pitch to Fellows, checks his swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. 0-1.
Wow. Late call. Wow.
Game is not going the Dad's way. No. The 0-1. Fellows lines it to center field, dropping quickly. That will get down in front of Mike McKernan, and a base hit for Cole Fellows. It's 3rd of the game.
Yeah, he's very quietly 3 for 4 today. All it took was that home run, and he's 4 for his last 5.
Swinging the bat well. He needed it. Here's Tyson Pointer. Tyson 0 for 3. He is the ice cream batter, the Meadowlark Dairy free ice cream token hitter, and he needs one. First pitch, Pointer takes down low, 1-0. He right now is the only Crawdad that has not reached base for the ice cream promotion.
Just brutal.
The 1-0. Pointer takes a fastball outside corner, 1-1.
Got a feeling it'll change.
Okay.
Got a feeling.
Okay.
Watching the replay, you wouldn't believe what happens in the bottom of the 9th today.
Okay. Put that good juju into the air. The 1-1. Pointer takes off the outside, 2-1. We're halfway there.
It's wild. Wild what happens. You thought yesterday was crazy? Buckle up.
2-1. Fouled off to the right. 2-2.
Oh, no. Not sounding
What
good.
was that?
It was a car, I think.
Uh-oh. Not mine.
I don't know. It was loud, though.
Yeah, it was. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the 9th. Sears comes set at the belt, now delivers. Pointer grounds it through the left side. There's free ice cream. Base hit for Pointer. Crawdads in business in the 9th.
Telling you, buckle up. Tyson Pointer hit that one on the screws through the left side of the infield. And number 76, whoever that is, getting free ice cream here.
I think it's me.
I wish it was me. Maybe not on a day this cold, but maybe tomorrow. Next week, 94 degrees.
The token I don't think expires.
I don't.
Here's Gilly. Gilly struggled today. A really nice play by the first baseman Ham in his first at bat, a 5-4-3 double play and a fly out to center. 1 out, 5-1 Crawdads trail. First pitch to Gilliam is a fastball on the inside for called strike 1. I like the first pitch take though from Gilly. Pitch that he could do damage with, but work some pitches from Sears.
Is this already the most pitches the Crawdads have seen in an inning?
Wouldn't surprise me.
It's not.
It's not, but the 0-1. Gilliam swings through a good changeup from Sears, 0-2.
He's just commanding that thing so well, playing it so well off his fastball. It has been a very special day from Eric Sears.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The 0-2. Gilliam takes a slider down and in. Good take by Gilliam.
Good take, good block. All around, that was a good pitch, too.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. 5-1 Dads trail. Crawdads trying to keep their undefeated streak going. Krabs looking to snap it. Runners on first and second. The 1-2 to Gilliam. Change up, popped foul. Good job to stay alive. Crawdads had a similar game like this last season in non-league play against the Arroyo Seco Saints, where they were trailing by 4 headed to the bottom of the 9th. And sometimes stuff just happens.
Baseballs.
1-2. Line to left field, going back is Giacone. It's over his head and takes a hop up against the wall. Coming home to score is Fellows. Moving up to third is Pointer. Gilliam is into second with an RBI double, and the Crawdads have brought the tying run to the plate here in the 9th.
I'm telling you, if you thought yesterday was crazy, buckle up. I was watching the replay a little earlier. Watching the replay now. And, yeah.
Well, if you want a guy hitting, it's this guy. Max Farfan stepping to the plate has had 3 good at-bats. A line out to left, a hard hit ball to center field, and a home run in his first at-bat. It looks like this might be the day for Merrick Sears. There's a lefty loose in the bullpen. The head coach is going to talk to Merrick Sears. I wouldn't take him out.
I would let him go. He's been throwing so well.
And they're going to.
He's 2 outs away from
the best game anyone's ever had against the Crawdads.
Yeah. Complete game would be quite the story.
Max Farfan, here in the 9th inning, represents the tying run. Pointer, okay speed on third, bad speed on second with Sam Gilliam. Max Farfan, the only guy that's really seen Merrick Sears well. Joey Donnelly grabs a stick. He's swinging it out past the Crawdads dugout. But right now, all eyes on Max Farfan, the third baseman, 1 for 3 today. Sears comes to the plate with the first pitch. Up high, 1-0. 5-2, Crawdads trail by 3, but Farfan represents the tying run. With Pointer on third, Gilliam on second, a 3-run deficit. The 1 ball, no strike pitch. Farfan takes down and away, 2-0.
Walk here doesn't hurt. You got to keep trying to see some pitches and extend this at bat as long as you can.
2 balls and no strikes to Farfan. A ton of power from the right side has the handedness advantage. The 2-0. Farfan takes on the outside. Good take. 2-1. Don't hate that take.
No, not at all. Not a pitch you can do damage with. And a 2-0 count, why swing? There's no need.
2 balls and a strike to Farfan. Here's the pitch. Farfan swings through a high fastball, 2-2.
Now it's time to shorten up. 2 strikes. Not trying to tie this game on this swing. Put something on the ground, through the infield, pass a stick, any way on.
The 2-2. Farfan hits it high. He hits it deep. Giacone looks up. We are tied! Max Farfan has tied it in the 9th inning. The Crawdads have come back from down 4. Max Farfan's second tank of the day. My goodness.
I told you I told you. What did I say? I said, if you thought yesterday was crazy, buckle up. And Max Farfan, for the second time today, meets the trees.
There's something special about this team, man. There's something special about this team. That's going to do it from Eric Sears. I love Crawdads baseball. See you when we come back, tied in the 9th. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by NorCal Oaks. The NorCal Oaks is a nonprofit organization dedicated to developing skilled players who want to excel in the game of baseball and softball while attaining strong life and character values in a fun and positive environment. The new pitcher, the lefty Drew Woody, we've tied it up in the 9th. 4 runs batted in on the day for the Crawdads. Let me try that again. 5 runs batted in on the day, 5 runs in on the day. Max Farfan's got 4 of them. Gilly Tanks a huge double to set it up, though.
Yeah, I mean, Sam Gilliam has been clutch all year. The double there. Such a good swing. Giving Farfan an opportunity to do some real damage. And just as I was saying, he's not going to look to hit a home run. He hits a home run.
Here's Matt King. Matty Ice pinch hitting for Griffin Harrison. He's been great this year. A huge home run yesterday, has the handedness advantage left-right. First pitch from Drew Woody is a fastball on the outside, 0-1. Looked low. Oh well. Here's the 0-1 to King. Fastball swing and a miss. Good fastball from Woody. Good arm side run from the lefty.
Another lefty, back-to-back lefties. You can only feel for Eric Sears. I mean,
I do. I do.
He fought today. He was incredible.
The 0-2. Down low. Good take. The ball in 2 strikes. That's the best I've seen anyone pitch against the Crawdads in 2 seasons.
That's one of, just an all-time outing right there. Really.
8 1/3, 11 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned, 3 strikeouts. Don't look at the line. The line lies.
4 hits in this inning alone.
1-2 is down low. Good take on the changeup by Matt King. Two. King strikes out swinging. Good fastball. Out number 2.
Well, that's just about what the Crabs ordered right there, going to the bullpen. Getting the strikeout, out number 2.
Can we get Merrick Sears up here for the postgame? Just he would hate it, but he deserves so much, so many props. Here's Ryan Ellis. First pitch to Ellis, hit high, deep to center field. Going back to the center fielder McKernan. He looks up, it's gone. The Crawdads have come back from down 5-1 in the 9th to walk it off and sweep the Humboldt Crabs.
I was watching the replay, folks. I told you. I told you to buckle up.
A first pitch walk-off home run for Ryan Ellis. A game-tying 3-run home run in the ninth for Max Farfan. The Dads are hot. We are cold. We're going to step aside. The winning pitcher is Dylan McShane. Welcome to the Dads. The losing pitcher is Drew Woody. Man, I love Crawdad baseball. 2 hours and 25 minutes. I love this team. Thanks for listening. For Carson Mercier, I'm Austin Oda. Stay tuned for the postgame show with a myriad of players to choose from for player of the game. Crawdads win it 6-5.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Walnut Creek Crawdads post-game show. I am your host, Justin DeHaas. Alongside me, my co-host, Kobe Siegel. And I was saying in the pregame show that yesterday's game might have been the game of the season. I might have to backtrack a little bit on that because I think this one takes the cake. The Crawdads defeated the Humboldt Crabs 6-5, and through 8 innings, well, actually, we'll get into our Crawdad analysis and our player of the game interview, but first let me get our CCL scoreboard update out there. So this look around the CCL is brought to you by American Stage Tours. American Stage Tours, small enough to care and large enough to compete. And this is the only CCL game in action right now. The Sonoma Stompers will play the Solano Mudcats at Solano at 5 o'clock. And then at 6 o'clock, you have the Academy Barons versus the Santa Barbara Foresters at Santa Barbara. And so this may have been the only CCL game on right now, but it was a darn good one. And it was, let me just give you just a brief, if you are just tuning in now. So the Crabs had a starting pitcher by the name of Merrick Sears. This is a kid who was really good in a JUCO at Illinois. And he transferred to Houston and didn't really play that much, and his one appearance didn't look very good. But he kind of shut up all the critics, if you will, today. Through 8 innings, only gave up 1 run. It was a solo shot to Max Farfan in the second. And the Crabs decided, you know what, let's throw him out there for a ninth because he's crazy efficient at this point, right? Like an 8 innings pitch. Probably has about 74.
Yeah, 74 pitches.
74 pitches.
Only 16 balls. For those of you who don't care to do the math at home, that's only 2 balls per inning.
Yeah.
2 balls per inning.
Yeah, and so obviously very efficient. And, looking back on it, it was probably the right decision. If I were the manager of the Crabs, I think I would have done the same thing. Throw out Sears. For what you...
Well,
no,
for the start of the ninth.
For the start of the ninth, correct.
Yes.
I would have thrown him out there for the start of the ninth. And, but clearly he unraveled, to say the least. And, I mean, it's Austin was talking about it on the broadcast. But when you look at his line, the line lies because he was a lot better than what it says. He went 8 in the third, 11 hits, 5 earned, no walks, 3 strikeouts. And so he didn't really have his strikeout stuff, but for most of the night he didn't need it. And, 5 earned runs. 11 hits is a lot, but no walks. So
no
clearly,
walks.
clearly he was feeling it today. But I didn't even describe how those 5 earned runs happened.
Yeah, wait. How did they happen, Justin?
How did they happen?
Please enlighten us.
Well, there was a little walk-off action, but before that, it was a double from Sam Gillian that, basically that drove in a run, and, then it set up for Max Farfan. And Max Farfan, he took a ball very far, and I guess you could say he hit it far. But anyways, he had 2 home runs today. 2 home runs from Max Farfan. That gives him, I want to say, looking at his RBI right here, 4 RBI on the game. I mean, hey, when you score 5 runs and you have 4 RBI, there's a good chance that Max Farfan will be our player of the game. He's not up here yet. We will interview him most likely. I don't want to guarantee anything, but honestly, I'd be shocked if it was anyone else. But Kobe, lay it on me. What happened?
Well, so as we go through that 9th inning, let me take you inside the 9th inning. Merrick Sears, first batter, Brian Duroff crushes one to center, out. That kind of happened all game. It was either the Crawdads were hitting it hard on the ground, which 12 ground ball outs, that showed you how effective Merrick Sears was. But there was, when it was in the air, a lot of it was hit pretty hard, including Max Farfan, who 2 homers, but the other 2 balls were smoked. So Brian Duroff, fly out. Then 2 singles, finally, from Fellows and Pointer, finally 2 singles drop. And then Gilliam with the double. And then the coach takes a mound visit. And at that point, it was like around 90 pitches for Merrick Sears, but leaves him in. First pitch, clearly the worst miss we've seen all game from Merrick Sears. It was high and outside. Second pitch, low, another really bad miss. So right off the bat, that's 2 misses. I'm sure Max Farfan, when he comes up, will tell us about those 2 bad misses at the start. Comes back with a strike, and then Max just does the rest on 2-2 count, takes him deep.
Alrighty, we have our player of the game, Max Farfan, and before I get to you real quick, Max, your Crawdads player of the game is brought to you by DVY Cards and Collectibles, a local shop of all your favorite cards and collectibles, conveniently located just off the 4 freeway. Max, good to have you up in here in the booth. How you feeling?
Feeling good. I'm glad we won. It's kind of a stressful game.
All right, talk to me about that 9th inning. What did you see when you hit that pitch to get the homer to tie the game?
He's been kind of working the whole team off speed, so I kind of had a feeling after he got me to chase up, he was kind of going to try to make me chase, and thankfully he hung a curveball, and the rest is history.
Yeah, and so obviously you got that hit on your last at-bat, but your first at-bat, you also hit a home run. Talk to me about what you saw there.
Yeah, again, I saw before I was hitting that he was spinning a lot of change-up to guys, and they're all out in front. I just had a feeling he was going to throw in there, and I got lucky.
Yeah, clearly you saw him well, but honestly, the rest of the team didn't. I mean, for most of the game, it was only 1-run score. It was your solo shot. I mean, what was working for Sears?
He was just getting our guys out balance, and he was throwing a lot of strikes, forcing guys to swing early, and it worked out for him.
And then finally here, obviously Ellis hits the bomb dead center to win the game for you guys. Did you talk to Ellis at all, seeing, obviously you saw him well, you saw the off-speed coming from him. Did you bring up anything?
No, I can't take any credit. That was all Ellis. That kid can hit. He's got some thump in his bat.
All right, well, speaking of Ryan Ellis, we have him ready for you. And Max Farfan, thank you for coming on to the show. All righty. Co-player of the games, I suppose. Co-player of the game, Max Farfan. Co-player of the game, Ryan Ellis.
How's it going?
Ryan, pleasure having you on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Alrighty, so we just had Max on the show, and a couple bombs from him. Can you just talk to me about his performance?
Yeah, he's really been trying to make some adjustments at the plate, get on time with that fastball, and that was a bomb, the first one he hit early on in the game.
Yeah.
We all were amazed by that, and then it's funny in the dugout. I was like, in my head, I'm like, dude, that would be awesome if he hit a second. And yeah, I think he got blown away by a fastball. I was like, and then next pitch he got it. So I'm happy for him that he's starting to swing get a hot bat, and he's able to help us win.
Yeah, we talked about Max's performance. Let's talk about yours. What were you seeing in that last at-bat to get the game-winning home run?
Yeah, I was just going up there looking for a fastball. My timing had been off a little bit today early on against a similar pitcher. So, I told myself going up there, new guy in, I was just going to jump on the heater, and I got my pitch and barreled it.
Yeah, and I mean, you guys did get a lot of hits against Sears. It just wasn't really going into runs for most of the game. What was really working for Sears?
Yeah, I think his ability to throw strikes, anytime you can throw strikes, that helps you out a lot, regardless of your stuff that day. And I think he was able to change speeds on our guys and made our guys hit it right to their fielders.
Yeah, and obviously you had the electric 7th inning yesterday, and then now you've got the walk-off home run by you. What can you take from this 2-game sweep against the Crabs that can help you once we get into the thick of the CCL season?
Yeah, anytime you can walk away with a win, you're happy. And fortunately, these last 2 games we were able to come back late, and it's a lot more exciting when you're able to do it that way. So.
All right, Ryan Ellis, thank you for coming on to the show.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Alrighty, and so your Crawdads player of the game is brought to you by DVY Cards and Collectibles, a local shop of all your favorite cards and collectibles, conveniently located just off the 4 freeway. So I saw Max coming from a distance, and I signaled him. I'm like, oh, you could just come up the stairs over here. And so I knew we would have, and I said that out loud, that I thought he would be a player of the game. All of a sudden, I see Ryan Ellis come up behind me,
I know.
and I'm like, oh, okay, I wasn't expecting you either, but he definitely deserves it considering he hit the walk-off home run.
Yeah.
Talk to me about Farfan and Ellis.
Well, obviously both were huge parts of the win, the game-tying and game-winning hits. But both of them, I mean, all game, both of them were key, but they did it in very different ways. Farfan was really the only one to see pitches against Merrick Sears. You saw about 3 or 4 pitches per at bat against him, and then Ryan Ellis saw jumped on Merrick Sears right away in the first inning. Saw 2 pitches in his 3rd and 4th inning at bats, and then saw 3 in the 8th. And then jumps on the first pitch fastball. So, I mean, Ryan Ellis, a little bit more of an aggressive hitter. But, I mean, these guys were crushing the ball all game. Ryan said his timing was off a little bit. But even with his timing being off, he maybe just missed. But those just missed balls were still hit hard. And so, I mean, just great job, both of them. And, oh, my God. The cardiac dads. At it again.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And I mean, I was talking to Farfan, and I brought up, the lineup struggled a little bit in terms of, producing runs. Only 1 through 8 innings. Obviously, Sears was on it for most of the day. But when you look at the hits, I mean, Ellis had 2 hits. Cummings had 3 hits. Fellows had 3 hits. Farfan had 2 hits, 2 big ones at that. And so the lineup was getting traffic on the bases. That wasn't the issue, but it just wasn't resulting into runs, and it just kind of overloaded in that 9th inning. And it's just so glad to see because we were talking about this, and Merrick Sears was pitching so well. I honestly didn't realize that the Crawdads were down 5-1. I didn't realize how close it was. It seemed like the Crawdads were getting blown out of the water, but that wasn't the case, and it was because Merrick Sears was absolutely dealing tonight. Can you just talk to me about his performance?
Well, I mean, he was incredible. A lot of ground ball outs. 12 of his outs were on the ground. 0 walks. That is the key, and he threw strikes the entire game. And we were talking about in the booth during the game that the Crawdads kept swinging the first pitch. Brian Durham swung at the first pitch on each of his 4 at bats, but I mean that's not necessarily a bad thing because he was throwing first pitch strikes, and you never know if that first pitch could be the best pitch because he only had 16 balls through 8 innings. So it's gonna be really hard to work a walk against this guy. So if you see a first pitch, then I mean, by all means, go ahead and swing at it. So he did a good job. But also, when you're swinging at the first pitch, the pitcher knows that too. So maybe he goes on the corners, maybe a little bit out of the zone. Maybe you roll over one. And that happened a lot. So it's a lot of give and take, a lot of weighing. Do I throw the first pitch in the zone and maybe risk a hard hit ball, or do I throw a little out of the zone, maybe risk a ball? It's a lot of weighing risks, but those first pitch strikes were really key.
Yeah, I think the big thing with Sears is that he wasn't striking a lot of guys out, right? And so the idea there, and honestly, when you strike a lot of guys out, like obviously that's great. Obviously they're not making contact, but it also drives up your pitch count.
Yep.
And because of that, he wasn't striking guys out. He was getting a lot of ground balls. He was really relying on his defense, and his defense didn't let him down. They didn't have any errors. And I think that's a stark contrast to yesterday's game because obviously we know what happened to White Reginato in right field where he commits the error with 2 outs. All of a sudden, Duroff and Fellows come up later in the inning and make him pay for it. But, the defense was clean. Sears really relied on him, and like I said, they didn't let him down. It's just that I think, his pitch count wasn't that high. I mean, he finished with, 92 pitches? But, he was just pitching the whole game, and I don't know, maybe he just got tired or something, started unraveling a little bit. But overall, still a great game for Sears. I mean, he did look good he looked great for 8 innings, and then obviously that 9th, not ideal for him, but I'm sure he'll bounce back. But anyways, on the other side, for pitching, look at a kid like Mickey Thompson, and through 3 innings, he was cruising. He only allowed 1 base runner in each of those innings, but the 4th really got to him, where he gave 5 earned runs. Can you talk to me about his performance?
Yeah, so he was really good for the first 3 innings. I see 1, 2, 3 strikeouts, 3 innings. There were 3 walks in him by pitch, but those did not come back to bite him. And interestingly, in the 4th inning, was the only inning where he didn't walk someone. But 4 singles of that inning, 3 straight ground ball singles that just found holes, and then the first really hard hit ball was a double by Crane. So I mean, a lot of it was a little bit of bad luck, but he just couldn't get. But he just couldn't get the strikeout he needed. He couldn't get a strikeout till the 6th batter of that inning. So, I mean, a lot of it is kind of bad luck, and they just did a good job of hitting the ball where the fielders weren't. But Mickey Thompson, I think we saw the walks. They didn't bite him in this one, but they could bite him in future starts. In just overall, not just Mickey Thompson. The pitching really struggled with walks and hit by pitches. 6 walks, 4 hit by pitches. In contrast, 0 walks, 0 hit by pitches for the Crabs. So I mean, the fact that they were able to win this game, only putting 10 people on base for free and never walking, that's really hard. But I mean, when you hit 3 homers,
That'll play.
Yeah, one of them's bound to be like a 3-run bomb, and it was.
That'll play. And I think another thing about Mickey Thompson, too, is you talked about this in the pregame show where at San Jose State, he had a tendency to give up the long ball, right?
Yeah.
In his 15 appearances, he gave up 10 home runs. He didn't give up any home runs today, but it was a lot of soft contact, like you said. And, some of it's bad luck, but, he was, like I said, he was good through 3. And then 4 straight batters to start the 4th inning. All of a sudden, those hits start coming through, and, you look at his line, it's obviously not very good. I just want to talk about the bullpen real quick for the Crawdads. They really shut it down. I mean, in 5 2/3 innings, they didn't allow an earned run. And got to give props to Camerata, Hippensteel, Troy, and McShane. Hippensteel and McShane, new to the team. Hippensteel from UC Davis, McShane from Oregon. And the bullpen really locked down. And it allowed the Crawdads to come back. And can you just talk to me about the bullpen's performance?
Well, okay, yeah, the bullpen did not give up any runs. I mean that's very good. But each of the pitchers in this game, each of the 5 pitchers, walked the same amount of guys as they struck out. But they only gave up, besides Mickey Thompson, 6 hits. Camarada gave up 1 hit. Ryan Troy gave up 1 hit. So they only gave up 2 hits when Mickey Thompson left. So I mean, that obviously helps. And both were singles. So I mean, they did actually no. Ryan Troy gave up a double, but that double was really softly hit. So while maybe the command wasn't there, but they did maybe a little bit of effective effective wildness. They couldn't really key on where pitches were and maybe let up a little bit of soft contact.
Yeah, I mean, obviously no earned runs. Maybe a little more, walks or, some of the craziness like you said. But overall, they were able to minimize that, right? And that was huge for the squad. And, just real quick, I think when you look at the pitching effort for the Crawdads in entirety, I think one source that you could see of how good it was today, because it was really only that 1 inning. I mean,
Yeah.
if you take that 1 inning out of the equation,
Yeah,
it's a shutout, right?
Yes, yeah.
Obviously, you got to
Well,
obviously you got to put that inning into consideration. But beside
and also
that,
our 9th inning. Take out our 9th inning. It's just,
yeah, I mean, it's literally
yeah.
just 2 innings. Yeah. But I do have to give some props to Andrew Crane. He was the only batter in the Craps lineup that got multiple hits. Really kind of tried to dilute this lineup and minimize the amount of hits that they were able to get. And so overall, look, this was about as exciting of a series as you will find. 2 come from behind victories, and we'll see what this does for them coming into the CCL season. Obviously, tomorrow got a non-league game. I keep on forgetting who the Crawdads are playing tomorrow. It's like Sacramento Storm is like Sunday, and there's another team. I don't know. It's another independent team, though. But there will be a CCL game on Saturday. That will be against the Bay Area Admirals at Solana College, but we'll get there eventually. We got another home game tomorrow here at Monte Vista, and it should be a fun one. So, Kobe, you got any final thoughts?
Yes, the next game versus the South Bay Storm.
South Bay Storm, 4 o'clock time, I believe, which back to the normal schedule. Realize Humboldt's far away, so they got to get away, and they sure have to after this game. But yeah, I mean, it should be a fun one against South Bay Storm. We'll see how good they are. Another independent team, so don't really know much about them. But beside that, you got any final thoughts?
I mean, that 9th inning was so awesome. I mean, this team, they didn't give up.
No.
Just I can't say enough. The last 2 games have been awesome.
Yeah.
Just awesome. Just coming back, 3-run bombs to tie it twice. Just awesome.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's a great way of putting it. And so that wraps up our post-game show. Join us tomorrow when the Walnut Creek Crawdads face the South Bay Storm here at Monte Vista. Like I said, I believe that's a 4 p.m. start time. So tune into the pregame show, which, by the way, the pregame show now will be starting at 3:40. So about 20 minutes before each first pitch will be when our pregame show ends. We'll finish about 5 minutes before first pitch, to give some time for our wonderful broadcasters, Austin Oda and Carson Mercier, to set up. But for Kobe Siegel, I'm Justin DeHaas. Thank you for listening to the Crawdads postgame show.